All right, what is up, everybody?
Hello, hello.
We are live. Everything's running okay. Hopefully, the audio's good. People have to let us know. We already have a chat. Who's in? Oh, it's you.
Yep.
I thought we had people. I thought we had people in here already fighting for first place. But how's the quality? Can you see it?
Looks
Is it
good.
all right? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear myself.
All right.
Wait.
How you been?
I'm good, man. Just trying to fucking take care of the house and, military shit. If I have to move, I'm getting ready for that. So replanted. Luckily, all the crazy rain hasn't washed out all my grass seed. It's actually starting to grow. So.
Oh, here we go. They're already in here fighting for first spot.
I already got there.
Quex is undefeated, just so you know.
Oh, well, he's
you're gonna lose
first place.
Yeah, you'll lose because we'll get distracted and you'll lose. But what do you want to start with tonight? What should we talk about? What should we talk about?
I mean, we could touch on that chick thinking she's getting.
We're gonna start with this. I'm sorry. I'm making an executive decision. We're gonna start with this one because it blew my mind. This video about how many chemicals are in our food blew my mind.
We don't know yet, Schmidt. It's just it's getting to that time point. I was talking to the chat. I was engaging with our audience. Jeez.
All right. What? Who joined? Oh. What's up, Quex?
Monsieur Quexicles.
So I was in the kitchen. I didn't even see the message.
All right, you guys. I want you to guess how many chemicals you think are in our food supply. This is America. This America we're talking about.
All right. What are we like? Parts per million, like very low amounts. I would say like
a trick question.
Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
Like if we're testing on like a micron level, I would say our. I don't know.
Saying
what you're thinking too much.
Everything possible. They've probably got it in there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying.
Well, let's listen to RFK tell us.
Ask the FDA how many chemicals are in our food, and they said, we don't know. We don't have a list of them. It's somewhere between 4,000 and 12,000, and that's because the industry hijacked.
4,000 and 12,000 chemicals in our food.
Well, I don't doubt it. Like you what's the lake that's drying up? Not Mead, but I think it's in California, that the Colorado River blew its dams and created this lake, and it created like this oasis for short term, but there was no outlet to the water, so it just stagnated, and now it's all evaporating, and there's like chemical dust coming out of it, and it's affecting the town, the people that live in the town there. And it's just getting to like, I mean, our ground.
Well, maybe they're sinners. Maybe they earned it. You don't know.
Oh, here we go.
That's their punishment.
My point is the ground is so saturated with shit.
Hold on. Oh yeah, 4,000 to 12,000 chemicals. How many chemicals do you think you could name? If you got $100 for every chemical you name, how many could you name?
I don't even know.
I think I could name. Like if I really thought about it, I could probably name like 24.
Yeah, if I took my time
30.
and was thinking about every like FRH, but I don't know the chemical, like
No, that doesn't work. You can't say FRH. You have to use
say the legit chemical.
That's an umbrella statement.
Yeah,
I think if it wasn't like a time limit, good luck. I ain't getting shit.
God knows, because there's probably shit we
dude, it's right. It's right. There's 4 to 12,000 in here for sure. There's 3,600 in this. Now that I'm looking at it, actually, there's 3,600 chemicals in this one. Dude,
the food over there is crazy.
that shit blew my mind. By the way, 4 to 12,000. That's a massive range. Like it's not like they said we got between 4 and like
and that's
4,
what I'm saying. What are they testing on? Like micron levels, like the amount of chemicals we breathe in every day. So I think that's kind of intentionally left out. I mean, any animal living on this planet is taking in chemicals through breathing through. So like for me, it's the levels that matter. And
I don't really want any
chemicals and stuff like that. Impossible. I would say impossible nowadays.
Just asking how you
to have no chemicals nowadays. It's just in the air. It's in the soil. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid that at this point. But this is the thing, This is what certified it for me, how I knew that the food over there is so messed up. Because Ponte's probably heard me say so many times that I struggle like hell to put on weight. Like, I could eat like an obese person and I'll still somehow lose weight. But when I went and spent like 4 months in America, that's the most weight I've put on in my life eating the food that was out there. But
it's good food.
Man, you feel so different after, man. Compared to like the food that I eat here, it's very different.
Yeah, I wish I had that problem. I tend to fucking look at food and get fatter. And I won't take accountability for my actions and say it's because I overeat either. It's because something's wrong with the food. So I agree with you.
No, but for sure.
4 to 12,000 chemicals is crazy, dude. Like, part of me is like, maybe it's just like combination chemicals. Maybe it's like when they combine them, that counts as one, even though they're technically already counting it. But the other part of me is like, no, they probably have like cat piss as a chemical, and it's probably one of them. They just like they're testing it on some little town in Oklahoma. Like, what happens if we put cat piss in their water supply? Okay. All right.
Now you say that, there's something I remember seeing like quite recently. It was a guy giving a talk to people about coffee, innit? And this guy was basically saying for a living he deals with cockroaches, and after a certain amount of time dealing with them, you develop an allergy to them. So now when you come into contact with them, it starts to react on your skin. And he started showing them like samples of coffee, and he was sure that he was getting a reaction from what's in his coffee, but he's not allergic to coffee. So that even shows that the shit that's in there, you can't even comprehend. What's that red dye that they were using that comes from an insect or some shit? Even that is crazy.
Oh, red 40s. Yeah, everybody should avoid that shit. Like red 40, it affects.
I mean, all the
your mood, your psyche,
so
all that.
Stupid. Like that we're dying food. Like who gives a shit what and that's where the money side of it comes in. Well, we need it to look this way because in focus groups, the redder it is, or the more yellow it is, or the more blue. Like, just it doesn't taste good. Like, okay.
I don't know, but that's one thing I think RFK has, like this administration, specifically RFK has done good, is a lot of stuff around the food. They've forced a lot of these fast food joints to go away from using like vegetable oil, and a lot of them are using lard and stuff now.
And they're getting on board with it too, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of these companies are taking out these dyes and shit, which is good because there's no need for it. Like, and they know it has a negative effect on people. Like I've talked to you before about that TED talk that woman had, where she said she removed red dye from her kids' diet, and it just completely changed them.
Oh, what's up, Mark?
Hey, what's up, Mark? But yeah, I think that is one positive thing about this administration is the stuff they've done around food.
And I think it's been a long time coming. It's just in it gets into the money grab side of things where like, why did it take so long? In so many other countries, like, I'm not a super big like GMO guy. Like I don't have time or money to do that. But it's just it all leads to the money making side. They're doing all of this so they can make more money. GMO, everything, all the poison they put in our food leads to one thing. It's not like they need to, and it's not like it goes into the UK, like over there when they in World War II. Kind of off subject, not really, but they pretty much told all the people if they had green space, they were planting food everywhere because of the issues they were having, being bombed and supply issues. So it was like, you have a little backyard, plant some vegetables. Little like they were planting everything. And imagine what could be done in America with that outlook. But yet they pay farmers nothing.
That's one thing. But that's one thing Joel Salatin's talked a lot about. He's like a permaculture guy. He's talked a lot about like everybody wants this perfect looking yard and everything's like, it'd be really great is like instead of shrubs, if you had like berry bushes. Yeah. And you had a garden instead of, these
that reminds me
these flower beds. Like
Mark's from Mass, as I remember growing up, Walden Pond. They had blueberry bushes all around it, and that was one of like some of the best blueberries other like in New Hampshire and stuff. But you swim up on the bank, they'd close down, and they were good. They'd close down the pond because of bacteria and everything. So there's a certain amount of time where you can't go swimming in it. But it was berries are incredible. You want to try bringing Devin on and see how it pans out in this format with we can try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I know this format's kind of tough for 4. Not that people really care to look at our faces.
This is going to require you to talk for a little bit.
Your mic is extremely sensitive right now, Quex. I can hear you rolling something up, I think.
Yeah, rolling a cig.
Yeah.
All right, I sent the link.
Devin, if you're still there, the link was sent to you. And
the link has been sent.
It's just,
I think
that's what I would like. Go ahead.
Everybody should do a garden at least once. Once. And I don't mean go buy plants from Lowe's and stick them in the ground. No, start them as seeds. Okay, you're probably not going to be successful. Like you're going to have a lot of shit die. Start them from seeds, plant them, do it the right way. That way you know how to do it.
And
but
if you really want
if you ever had to do it, you'd probably die anyways. But at least you know how to do it.
If you really want to humble yourself, try to grow mushrooms because I know Mark's here. Try to do that shit.
Listen,
I want to learn, but especially before you come, I'd like to figure something out. But
Schmidt, I sent it in Discord.
Guys, I gotta forget this guy's name, but he will show you how to like, rather than going and getting the seeds, he will show you how to get it for like a pineapple, a cucumber, whatever.
Shelly's back. What's up, Shelly?
Vegetable.
Hey, what's up, Shelly?
And he will show you how to grow it from the actual vegetable.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, that's the thing. I know you grow, Jay, and you have.
That's the way to do it.
And then what's the other one? Yeah. The 3 that go together: corn. What do they call it?
Squash and peas. 3 sisters.
The 3 sisters, like even shit like that is. It's. I have 2 dogs, and I have a small yard. I mean, my front yard's big, my backyard's small.
It doesn't matter how big it is.
I've tried to grow shit, and they just trample it.
It doesn't matter. I have a giant yard, and I live 5 acres, and beyond that 5 acres is the Mass wilderness, and my dogs still feels the need to shit in my garden.
Shit in your garden.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how big of an area you have. Dogs will fuck it up.
I mean,
But-
good fertilizer.
No,
it's
what
just
you were
if
saying
put a
about
cucumber on my dish and it looks
using-
like a turd.
God damn.
No, absolutely. There is no dog shit fertilizer. That's crazy. But what you were saying about using, oh, okay, Schmidt messaged me. He says Ponte is super gay and I don't want to be here. Okay.
All right, it makes sense.
I sent it to
every night.
JC. That's awkward.
Oh no.
Awkward.
We love JC, but he'll come
Well,
in
they
here
keep
saying some wild
Fucking changing each other's names. I never know who's who. But no, what you guys were saying about using your own plants, that shit's important. Oh, yeah, Shelly, trust me. My dogs. Yeah.
Yeah. The dogs are going to be dogs, but we love them. And especially like in that situation, like well-trained dogs, my dogs are not well-trained. They're just goofy idiots that love life. But, you know, in bad situations, they'll still let me know if someone tries to come on my property. Like,
Yeah.
but growing too, I think it is a big thing. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, zoomed way in. Hold up.
He said, I can see your boogers, dude.
I don't know why, dude. I'm like,
It does that.
away from my
It
fucking mic,
just
man.
it just offset mine too because it changed the format again.
Yeah, it automatically zooms in.
But yeah, where were
But
we?
that's one thing I did
distracted
when
us?
I had
Okay.
No, well, I was getting there before you rudely interrupted me. That's one thing I did is when I was growing my garden in Amsterdam, the place you came, is I saved the seeds from those ones and then planted them. Because, you know, those plants were successful growing in that soil and that environment, so they'll be even better next time. If you just keep doing that, you'll be set. I need to get fruit trees though. That's what I need, because you were over there when I had all those fruit trees planted, but I don't have none where I live now.
Yeah, and that asshole Tom that would just sit next to you while we're sitting at the campfire and just buck up on you.
He's a good man. He's a
He's
good
dead.
man.
You
He
killed
is
him.
dead. I tried to kill him for Thanksgiving. I did kill him. He was too big to fit in the plucker.
It's aggressive.
Dude, that turkey, I'm telling you, he had to be 50 pounds. He was massive.
He was big and he was an asshole. Like he wouldn't straight up attack you,
Yeah.
but he'd stand right next to you and be like, "What's up, dude? What's up, dude?" He'd just stand there the whole time.
You
and
just
you're
got to
sitting there
smack
like,
the shit out of you.
I liked your cows.
Yeah, I miss the cows. So does Rebecca. I'm going to get more. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. What do you guys think of Bigfoot? I'm going to be playing a important clip here. So
I think
it's
he's trans-dimensional.
That's a wild take.
I think he's
I
just
think he's
trans.
That's a wild
Trans?
take.
No, because with thermal
Not incel?
imaging, with drones,
Specifically
with
trans?
satellite, with all this stuff,
Yeah.
we would have found him by now. He is not. They're like,
Isn't it slightly more realistic to say that instead of being transcendental, he just doesn't exist?
This is solid information.
no, trans-dimensional.
I know what the fucking
Am I-
transdimensional is,
Okay.
but like, isn't it more logical that he would just not exist rather than being something that is so far,
Nope.
like far
No,
out there?
you're not
transdimensional?
taking Bigfoot
I don't
from
think
me.
so.
I don't care what you say. You're not
Not
taking
necessarily.
Bigfoot from me.
I believe Bigfoot's real. I believe he's real.
Not only do you think that he's a large wild beast, you think he has mythical powers that nothing else in our reality has.
Oh wait,
Well,
we
it
have
could be
a
technology.
he's no. Well, this is good. So Schmidt's very like, so to speak, down to earth. What do you think about aliens?
Well, I mean, the universe is too large to not have some sort of extraterrestrial life. But I'm
So who's
talking.
to say he's not extraterrestrial and just comes from another dimension instead of?
right,
or
but
uses.
okay. I mean that's a fair point, but from my perspective, Bigfoot is more of a
It's very terrestrial.
right. He's as terrestrial as you get. He lives off the planet. He lives in the woods, in remote areas. Like he's so.
What if it's a vacation? He just visits to clap cheeks and then leaves.
Sounds like a good time, honestly.
He needs to be arrested. Yeah, we can't have that.
I don't. And then
I think he's real. I don't know what it is. Like go ahead.
Keep going. We're having a little bit of a delay here between.
Okay,
us,
I was
but
just gonna say I think he's real. I don't know what he is like, but I do think so many people have seen shit. There's stories from around the world, like credible people too. I can't remember the name of the dude, but the explorer who hiked Everest. That's one of the things he said he saw. Teddy Roosevelt, huge outdoorsman, he said he saw one. Like, who's the Survivor Man guy?
Les Stroud.
Les Stroud, yeah. He's convinced they're real.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I wouldn't doubt that, like, when you have an idea put in your head, right, and it could be some very old, just plain folklore, like someone like me that was kicked out of a village because I'm weirdly tall and I'm living in the woods alone, and someone sees me,
like, can
I don't know, dude.
Like, Bigfoot has been spotted throughout the generations. It can't just be some freak of nature that people don't like.
But I'm leaning towards, and trust me, I'm a Bigfoot guy, but I'm leaning towards like suggestion, like
right.
because it's in your brain. You're in the woods. Most people are not fully comfortable in the woods, right? You know, especially if you're out there by yourself, hunting party, going further back in time too. You need to be on the lookout for things. You're a little on edge, and you have this idea that there could be a Bigfoot thing out there, and you guys know me. I'm just playing the other side, and you see something out of the corner of your eye, and all of a sudden now it's Bigfoot when it was just a swamp ape.
I don't know. Shelley said undiscovered species. I mean, possibly, but somebody would have. This is the thing that like points me towards maybe Ponte's right about there being something more to it. Is like, how do we not have a body? Like there has been, that one place up in Michigan, they did get a blood sample and it was like a 1 in 5,000 chance it was human. There's been other times where people have tested DNA, but like, how's nobody just fucking blasted one of these things,
or just came across a body?
Maybe it is fear,
right? Or like, I mean, we have dinosaur fossils,
allegedly,
of T-Rexes and
allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, none of them are real.
Allegedly,
all the ones that we have dead for us to go and see, none of them are real.
Right, the full fossils, but they find a certain percentage of them and can reconstruct what they would look like off of the percentages of different fossils that they've found that match up. I get that, you go to the museum.
It's an educated guess.
T-Rex. Yeah, it's a hypothesis of what they'd look like.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even have that of Bigfoot.
And that's what we're saying. It would lead more to me that it's transdimensional, off planet. It's something because
I mean,
someone would have stumbled across something.
You see, the reason why I say this,
or maybe
hold on, Quex.
Go ahead.
Say this, Tech, is because one, if you think about just extraterrestrial, like,
Joe Biden's in the chat.
There's already claims that they utilize portals. And then there's claims that they avoid certain cameras. And certain people who say they've got pictures of it have had to like put cameras in certain environments where basically another entity can't detect that frequency being emitted, because they can detect certain things that we're not picking up on. And that could be one reason, if true, why it avoids certain things. 'Cause I'm not gonna lie, if I had the ability to open up a portal and hop through it, you're not catching me. I'm out. You can't come through here either.
Could that be why all
But-
the pictures are blurry? Because he's fucking almost through a portal.
I mean, but to also like us humans,
Les
there's a
Stroud
certain
covered
amount
that too.
we would want to troll people. Like let's fuck with this dude walking through the woods. I would. I personally would. If I was
Drop
Bigfoot,
him on the shoulder, you know.
yeah, be like, hello, big guy, and then just disappears and be gone
And
again.
no.
Conte could fucking open portals. He'd be popping into all of our houses at the dumbest moments.
I
Yeah,
would
'cause he's a
have
bastard.
you convinced your houses are haunted. I'd drop in and be like, hey, quacks, and then leave.
That's why. Why do you think he practices astral projection or whatever that weird shit is? It's just so he can fuck with us whenever he gets it
Yeah,
down.
so you can fuck
So
with
But-
you can smell your butts when you
dude.
sleep on your stomach.
You know, the Indians,
them.
the Indians believe that they're like another tribe. What if
Possible.
what if we have found them and we don't want to acknowledge them because we'd have to give them land like we did the Indians? Is Indians the
yeah.
right term? Can we say Indians still?
No, Native
I would say
Americans.
native.
Indigenous people, you
Yeah.
fucking
What about-
freaks.
Not Indian.
Is savage correct? Oh, sorry.
Well, here in America,
No,
they're
but what you're
native
saying
to the
is
American land.
No. You guys don't. I mean, I know Ponte's like at the spearhead of the Trail of Tears down there in Georgia, but up here, our natives would refer to themselves as indigenous people.
Yeah.
But that's such a
indigenous
broad
people.
term because there's indigenous people to Australia, there's indigenous people to Africa.
Yeah.
there's
Right, but
indigenous
are we in
They're not
Australia
Indian, though.
or Africa, Ponte?
We're in it.
Yeah, we
so
know
they're
what they're
native.
talking
They're
about.
native to American land.
Yeah, but
native.
we created America. That's not their land.
You're right. You're
That's
right.
how.
Touche.
That's their point of view from the thing. Is they're
Touche.
indigenous to
Yep,
the
yep.
land before we named it. So calling
Yes.
them
Yeah.
Native Americans, like they were here before that, is what they're.
Welcome to our PR rep, guys. This is him right here.
Which is crazy because I'm the least politically correct out of all of us. It's just I drive through a reservation, several times a week for my work, and that's the
Are they
signage in the radio ads and they're like, even to the point where they're putting up radio ads to save their cultural languages because their children aren't learning it enough.
Well, that's a whole nother thing to get into. Is like early in the 40s and 20s, what we were doing to the children, like indigenous people, children.
Wow.
No, like when we were taking them from their parents and,
Yeah.
and putting them into schools to draw them further from their heritage. It's crazy, and it was a crazy. They were pretty much abducting children from their families and bringing them to these
That's
schools.
crazy. That's all Epstein was trying to do. I don't get what the
Oh, gee.
No, there's got to be some truth to what Jay was saying, though, because I've heard that as well from certain indigenous people where they say that Bigfoot's just another species, and long, long ago we used to trade with them, but because of the way humans started to act and the way we started to go, they cut off contact with us. That we're
Yeah,
not
I
fucking with
I
you
like
lot no
that.
more.
That's reasonable.
And it goes into some of my like what I say when I say vegetable body and stuff. They never were pulled away from their deeper mind in animal instincts because they didn't buy into media, into what creature comforts. They're still living in the woods. They're still in touch. So maybe they can pick up. Maybe we used to be able to pick up. I mean, certain people, like when an electronic device comes on in certain settings, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Like, and it bothers me. I'm ADHD
That's
too. So when
tonight.
I was a
My
kid,
biggest
no, it's
not
when I was a
tinnitus.
kid, it
It's
used to
different.
bother me. It would distract me
I'm
in
just
school
messing.
because I know, but I'd be looking around and my teacher would notice, and whenever the fish tank heater pops on,
Yeah, you're
he's
hearing
looking
all that
around.
shit.
yeah.
you just don't have quite enough tinnitus to tune it all out yet.
Oh, my tinnitus is kicked up. I think I'm getting Havana syndrome, by the way.
I went and got my
nice.
ears checked the other day, and my left ear is basically deaf to anything above a certain tone. And the gal did the test. She's like, yeah, I had to run it like 5 times because I thought maybe you just weren't hearing it. I'm like, I looked at her and I said, that's why I'm getting my hearing checked.
Jordan can attest to that. The military hearing test, when
Yeah.
you're sitting there fighting for your life with like 6 other dudes in a little box, and it's hot, and you're just sitting, and they keep running it.
Dude,
Yeah.
that shit sucks. Then
Then
you start hearing beeps in your brain, and you're like,
Yep. Was that one? I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
No, but as far as
I make that
like,
shit up.
to
All
touch
right,
back
well-
on the Bigfoots, that they just secluded themselves into the air, but like we've encroached on the forested and heavily covered areas so much that all of the other species are starting to show up in our metropolitan areas. And
The landman is getting a call.
I gotta take
Go
it.
ahead, mute you. Yep, mute it.
Hey, Chris.
Well, that also goes
All right.
into the thing that, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off before you play it. Sorry.
Yeah, I can get some of
Was
that.
when you're not muted. Like, can you mute him?
I muted him.
You
Okay.
muted
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I did.
On
On accident.
Supposedly when when these sightings were seen on the East Coast, there was an uptick in Bigfoot sightings, and they
Oh.
think because the Bigfoot was
Yes.
moving or reacting to whatever event was happening in the skies. But sorry, I just wanted to say that before you played it.
One more thing I want to add to get back on like there being no evidence or skeletons or anything. Well, there is old news articles you can find of people having
Oh yeah.
giant bones, and just coincidentally, the Smithsonian loses them.
Okay,
Also,
yeah.
they've done what's the
Always.
scanning? What's the scanning where they scan
LiDAR?
underground? Is it LiDAR?
LiDAR.
Whatever.
yeah,
they've
LiDAR.
done LiDAR scanning. Okay, they've done LiDAR scanning like on these mounds, like famously up here, Ohio, we have the Serpent Mound, and they've seen 7-foot skeletons in them. So kind of
Well,
interesting.
You can get me
Maybe-
started on that.
everybody
too. Oh, there's like a 3-second delay, Jay, just so you know, between us and you. I don't know
Okay.
if it's between all of us, but it goes into like there was a woman who supposedly found the missing link, so to speak, or a civilization. I think it was in the Mississippi Delta. I think it was here. And there's been multiple occurrences where people send in these fossils, send in this stuff. The Smithsonian or whatever says, "Oh, we need to test this stuff. We need to, back your own research." They take it, samples disappear, people are blacklisted, and so who's to say they haven't been disappearing stuff to fit the narrative of, let's say, just we're not going to get into it again, religion
100%.
or the church, not necessarily religion, but the Roman, the Vatican.
Listen, remember when everybody was planning to raid Area 51? Waste of time. Top 2 places that need to get raided: the Smithsonian, the Vatican. Those are the top ones we need people to bust into and figure out what's going on down
Yeah.
there, in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna play this video. It's our favorite CIA agent, ex-CIA agent, friend of the show, John Kiriakou. He's talking about a friend
I'm
of
not
his.
fully
So
bought into
keep
this
that in
guy,
mind.
by the
This
way.
is like a grand.
Wonderful.
But he's telling us about one of his friends, CIA buddy, who was graped by a Sasquatch.
Told you.
I made that part. up actually.
oh.
Maya,
So,
John
about
Kiriakou
that.
here. I have never had a Bigfoot experience. I have had a UFO experience, which I've talked about at length, but I want to tell you about something that a colleague of mine had at the CIA. It was most definitely a Bigfoot experience. So, he was in the Office of Medical Services. He was a doctor. So, serious guy. MD from Harvard Medical School, no less. And he was invited by a whole bunch of other doctors and scientists and chemists and physicists, all these friends of his. out in Wyoming. They were invited to go up into the mountains. There was some cabin up there that they all co-owned, and they invited him to go along. So he went up there, and he said it was rough. Like, no electricity, no water, no gas, no nothing. It was just a shack. So he had to rough it. Well, he said he heard this sound one night in the middle of the night that at first he thought was an elk because it sounded like a horn, you know, that trumpet sound that elk do. But it was way, way deeper. So he started to record it on his phone. And he said this thing was close and it was big. And it was unlike anything he had ever heard before. It scared the hell out of him. When he finally came down the mountain several days later with his friends, he was still shaken by this sound. And he went back to the agency and played the recording for a couple of colleagues. They actually ran it through whatever the audio version of a spectrometer is. Audiometer. I just made that word up. I don't know what it is. But what they determined was that it was not human, which he assumed, but that it was not made by any known animal. It was too deep in its register to be from any known animal. What the hell is that? It's some kind of a Bigfoot.
It's got to be. It's the only thing that makes sense.
And there is a lot of stuff when it comes, like, even they like tree breaks and stuff like that, that having spent time in the woods, a lot of people have. There's downbursts, there's things that break trees, but some of it, when you see these people who study it, maybe they're crazy. You know, I'm probably crazy myself.
Nah, they can't all be crazy.
They can't, but some of it, no, I was getting to, some of it lines up more so than a downburst or a or just happens. These certain trees, and most people know these thin saplings and stuff are beyond saplings, you know, 6-7 inch trees. Even in high winds, they don't usually snap. I mean, in a freezing rain or something, they can, but generally they're not. But those are the ones they find snapped in these border patterns that Bigfoot supposedly does. And I agree. Well, I mean,
yeah, that stuff's interesting. Like the tree breaks and everything. I find it a little bit harder. You just, because, like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like, could trees break like that? Oh, hold on. Let me unmute Schmidt. Sorry. But could trees break like that? Yeah. But it seems like people who investigate it and know what to look for find them a lot. But I don't know.
He sounds like he's reading a scary story from Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to a little bit of definitely a robotic fucking tone going on.
I'm not bought into that guy. I think he's falling into the money grab side now. Like, maybe some of his stuff was, but he's realized how lucrative this can be. And part of me thinks a lot of people, listen, we all need money, right? Unfortunately, that's how the world works. And so,
correct.
Nothing against the dude, but can I? Oh, how do I?
What's going on?
I'm trying to kick a guy from. It doesn't matter. He's not actually in here. I'm trying to. I thought I had on Twitch the ability to kick people. It's a AI. It's an AI thing. I'm not kicking a random person. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, exactly,
Anyways.
Mark. Both of them are definitely.
Right. Don't kick parents.
Well, what's the chat? What do you guys think about Bigfoot while we move on to something else? I'm convinced it's real. I don't know what it is.
I want to
Bustamante is like, sorry, I'm just addressing what Mark said. Bustamante is a lot more sus to me than Kiriakou, just because he openly is still working with the CIA. The only reason I give Kiriakou a little bit more leeway is because he was put in prison for, coming out and disclosing the torture program. Could he still be working for the government? Of course, but we know Bustamante is.
Kiriaki's hand could be forced to an extent, though. Like, yo, look, you're gonna come out and start saying this shit for us.
Or it starts, he comes out with a little bit, right? He went to prison for it, quote unquote. Now, like we say in politics, he's playing ball. Now all of a sudden it's misinformation, misdirection. It's just, and that's how I always take everything I see and try to see it from the opposite side, no matter what. Even if I believe it, I'm going to try to jump on the other camp and look at it from that direction. But go ahead. Sorry.
Not me. I think my side's always right, and that's just how it is. Everybody else is a fucking idiot. All right, so this video I have, it is something positive in my opinion. We'll see if it actually happens. But it is not a friend of the show.
Mute yourself again.
I got him. Jesus, you're spazzing out. But it's the vice president, not a fan of the show. Shelly says, I think there's something there, seen stuff about the size, maintaining population and affecting the food chain, etc. If there was loads of them, you would notice. So that's true. That is true. Like,
I agree.
I imagine a Sasquatch has to eat a lot. But anyways, this video is JD Vance, Peter Thiel's butt buddy, telling us about how they're going to start looking into some of the hospice fraud, which I think is good. Like, all this stuff they've been going after, with you see the Mollies and the fraud they're doing, that stuff's great, needed to happen too. But a lot of this fraud has been going on for a long time before the Somalis came here. So we'll just listen to him talk about it.
Exposed billions of dollars in benefits that have been stolen from the American people. We referred over $22 billion contracts, which were mostly awarded during the last for violating the law, and otherwise it's not a big deal. This is people who rely on critical services, students who rely on student loan services, sick people who rely on hospice care, a number of small businesses who rely on the availability of these loans so that they can grow their business and hire people. All of these people, all of our fellow Americans, have been taken advantage by fraudsters, and the task force is here to stop it.
Let me unmute Schmidt.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry.
But,
my phone's going crazy.
Yeah, you're good. Although he didn't really mention it, but when I was digging into it, they're also coming after everybody who created fake businesses to get those PPP loans.
All right, so
all those people who made cleaning services, all those people who made fake cleaning jobs during COVID to get like 10 grand, you're busted, buddy. They're coming for you.
Good, man. I'm sorry.
Which was
I was struggling
with
the internet for a second, but I heard it for the most part.
What did you hear him talking about, like how they're going after hospice and everything?
Oh, yeah, and that's a big thing. Like that's one of my points is like, children, elderly.
Oh my God.
Like, taking advantage of those people, whether you're just taking advantage of the insurance industry through it, is a no-no in my book.
I mean, yeah, and it's been going on for a long time, but this idea that people, Jesus, we have another one of these fucking AI things on Twitch. Twitch is ass, dude.
I know.
This idea that anybody can be a caregiver is fucking crazy to me too. Like, I get it with the hospice thing, the people are dying and they want to be around their families. But at the same time, should anybody be? Because I don't know.
No, but yes, I mean, there is a certain amount of minimal care that you need, right? Like, I think if someone is leaving their job to provide hospice care for a loved one, right? in their own home. Like I think it needs to be more speculative or scrupulous or whatever you want to say of the people doing it. But I think there should be a level of that is allowed. Yes, there's people that are, and you know, I'm one of them. If my parents were dealing with stuff, I would, yeah, I'm there. But, you know, obviously financially it would hurt. But
Yeah.
it's tough because if you open the floodgates, everyone comes through. It's a tough situation.
And they take advantage of it.
I can't really talk about it too much because I don't know the insurance industry. I don't know any of that too much. So, but leave it as
I don't need to know the
agreed,
insurance industry to know that people are taking advantage of it.
Oh, of course.
No, everywhere.
And it's everything, dude. Like how many people out there hit 18 and they just jump on welfare? Like it's crazy. And
again, people
that's got to change too. Like
I think there is people that need it and should get it.
Yes,
but it's manipulated.
There's always going to be people that abuse it.
Yes.
And that's where we have to look at it from, kind of, right? Is that it's not an easy problem just to be, you guys need to fix this. Like it's I don't think it's that simple, if that makes sense.
No, but it can definitely be, you could definitely knock a lot out of it because I can tell you, like, there are people who, because you got to look for a job ever so often. You got to get these sheets filled out. Oh, I went to this job. Can you just say you're not hiring? And they go to the same fucking places every time because they know they're not hiring. So you could just look at that and be like, hey, you've went to the same place for fucking a year straight. Yeah, you're off the system. Like shit like that, dude.
Well, I guess, yeah. And
there's ways to weed out these lazy people.
Well, there's like up here in, you know, where I'm from, there's a lot of seasonal work, construction work, concrete work. A lot of it is seasonal. And so some places
live in a frozen tundra.
Right. So some places will lay you off through the winter with condition of hiring you back. People can file for unemployment and they don't have to do these extra steps, some of that stuff. But like others, you know, companies that aren't sure if they're going to bring you back or whatever, they'll just lay you off without that condition. And then, you know, when you're on unemployment, you have to apply for so many jobs a week and do so many conditions to keep the unemployment up here. But there's always ways around it. Like Jay was saying, they'll apply for jobs they're not qualified for. They'll apply for, you know, like if they're a construction worker, they'll apply for teacher jobs. They'll apply for, you know, secretary jobs. And of course, nobody's going to hire, you know, labor hands for that work, but it's filling the application quota to keep the unemployment.
Well, that's the thing I saw when I was going
or
through
purposefully botching interviews.
Right.
Well, that in my CDL course, there were so many state funded people that had their CDL license paid for by the state, but it was a welfare thing. So they had, but there's no way you can really fail out of it. Does that make sense? In these people would fail out of it.
It's dummy proof.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many interviews I've seen working at a manufacturing facility where there's no way these people had the intentions of getting the fucking job. Like, just look, it's a factory. Nobody expects you to show up in a suit and tie. But when you show up in fucking Cookie Monster sweatpants and you smell like weed, like, what? You tell me you've never worked a night shift job before. Tell me you've never worked a night shift job before, but now you want a night shift, but you don't want to train on nights. You want to train on days. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. You're not getting the job.
Sounds like you're some kind of oligarchy fucking oppressor, Jay. Like what's happening? Put these people to work.
Says the landman.
Dude, listen, one thing I learned is this, like, our generation is lazy as fuck. Like, out of all my employees, the older people, Gen X, They were the hard workers. Our generation was always lazy pieces of shit. They thought they were beneath or above everything.
And it went back to what I said, what was it, last episode or 2 episodes ago, was that there's an innate, I don't know if that's the right word, but kids born in America and in some European countries and stuff understand there's so much comfort there, regardless of working, regardless of everything. They're raised with McDonald's, they're raised with all this extra shit, right? It's not like someone in a third world country that when they're kids, they don't know if they're going to eat. They don't know, like they have to work the farm, and it goes into, and there's actual studies on this, like inverted populations. In a growing country, we have like a pyramid. So there's like the top, which are the elderly, that the step below them takes care of the elderly, but that step also funds other things, like funds workers and stuff. And it works and it promotes growth. But then eventually we go in China's very deep in this, and Russia's actually pretty deep in this too. We go inverted, and we're pretty deep in it as well, where you have a lot more older generations. So the money doesn't trickle right. The growth doesn't trickle right. You have people moving into cities. You have people not wanting to have kids, because originally in a growing culture or a growing civilization, people want to have kids because they can help on the farm. They can help with daily life. When we get to this point, now kids are a burden to a lot of people now. Like,
yeah, the whole point of having kids is so you don't have to mow grass anymore.
I like mowing grass though.
Yeah, but you have, we won't get into that. But
no, so to play into a lot of what you were saying, Conte, I'm a manager in an oil field company. We run service stuff, and like we work all hours, weird jobs. We like I just had a crew that come off a 32-hour shift today. They got done fucking 4 or 5 hours ago, right? And every like 8 hours, I hit them up like, hey, you guys need relief out there? No, we've done this. We have time to rest. No, this, and we've been sitting for a couple of hours. We're good. And of course, I knew the job was going to be long, but I didn't quite know it was going to be 32 hours. But so I told them to pack enough food and shit for a double shift, it is what it is. But I tell these guys time and time again, they run into these older white company men out on these locations that fucking are not like overtly racist or I hate these fucking people because they speak broken English. Like they run into this shit a lot. But I tell these guys time and time again, I would rather work with them guys than white dudes my age any day of the week. We have a few guys that are slightly younger than me that are just white dudes. I can't get these motherfuckers to work. Like the guys that come from Colombia, the guys that come from Guatemala, from Cuba. I call these fuckers any time of day. They just come off a shift, 12, 14-hour shift. They get to sleep for 2 hours. They'll go back to fucking location. These white dudes, they'll clear my calls, man. It's like, and I just, you fire their asses because you can't have it. You got to have these guys go to work. And it's like, I tell them, like, I hate working with white people. It's fucking insane.
but that yeah, exactly. Okay,
dude,
that's what you were. Yep.
It's just
like, it's freaking wild.
Are you involved in the hiring process?
Not so
Schmidt?
much.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I am. I do. Oh. I do help with the interviews and stuff like that, and and it's just like we even have a few guys that don't speak English. That it's like not just like broken English, but like they speak like 10 words. And I would rather work with some of those guys and then put some of the white dudes that we have on shit, because they'll sit and fucking complain about it. Oh, I worked too long yesterday. I don't want to do anything. Okay, go fucking lay down. And then they get 30 hours one week and they're like, I need more hours. It's like, well, you fucking complained about it. So I asked you on the job.
I hated that shit. I hated that shit. We used to be on overtime, and people would be like, "Oh, I hate all this fucking overtime," and then we would get caught up. There'd be no overtime for a week, and then it'd be like, "Where's my fucking overtime? Can I stay over to sleep?" No, you can't stay over to sleep. I'm going home. But the reason I asked you about being involved in the hiring process, because like a lot of times I wasn't being night shift, like
Right.
I wasn't involved with it. And dude, I hated it because management would be like, "Oh, we hired this guy. He's great. He has all this experience." And then he comes in and the dude falls asleep like at the line next to a machine that could rip his face off.
Right.
Just
So
like, no,
up until about
you can go home, bro.
Like 3 or 4 months ago, I wasn't involved in it, and we had 3 or 4 hires that went like that. And then I just told the ops manager, I'm like, you can either bring me into this stuff or we can fail and lose customers because you're bringing on people that are worthless. Like I had a guy, like, so we get shifts in the oil field usually run 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 6 p.m., 6 a.m. It's no swing shift. It's 12-hour shifts is kind of the standard. So a lot of our dispatches come in at like 7, 8, 9 o'clock for tomorrow morning. And I mean, as you see, my phone has been going crazy the last hour and a half. Like the company men will get done with their jobs and then they'll set up the ship for tomorrow. And then that's what they do. So I had a couple of guys, like I would dispatch them at like 8 o'clock for jobs in the morning. And they wouldn't answer me, at night or whatever. And it's like, I'm not going to go knock on their door, but if they're supposed to be on location at 7, 8 o'clock, 6 a.m., I'm like up looking at the GPS to see if their truck is moving. And specifically, there was 2 guys that happened twice where I dispatched them out at like 8 o'clock. And then like they're not moving, and I'm like calling and calling and calling. Finally, I get them rolling and going, and then they come in and complain. They're like, "Bro, you can't, like, this is my personal phone. You can't call me after 6 p.m." And I'm like, I just looked at him. I'm like, "Yeah, that's not going to work.
Get the fuck out of here.
Tell me how I'm going to do my job when I just got the information to go to put you to work." Like, it's insane. And they just entitled to like, "Oh, it's." Sorry, you can't contact me after 8 o'clock or else, I'm not going to go do the work for you. Well, sorry, bro, you're off the payroll.
Well, that's where, I think we do need to stay on topic, but that is a good point, and it all leads back to what we agreed on. It keeps going to it where, and Shelley had mentioned it, is that I think just through being blessed where we're born, because it is a blessing, a lot of people in Europe, a lot of,
yeah, the fucking Europeans.
There's this comfort there, at the end of the day, like you're okay. Whereas these people from these third world or developing countries that aren't quite third world, but they want to make.
You can just
that
say
money.
it, London. You can just say it, dude. Like the slums of.
Well, I mean, Shelley's Ireland too, so like.
I mean, I didn't know we were going fourth world.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, he's a German. You can't. Yeah.
Whoa, oh, easy.
But it isn't unfortunate, whatever.
Unfortunate. I like how Ponte just has creative properties and
I make my
English
own words
language.
up. All right.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah. I know now. I don't have to speak the English.
Whoa.
You don't.
I'm done. That's it.
No,
I'm out.
Yeah. Right, though. Being born in certain countries, a lot of people take shit for granted, or they don't, and they just because they're from there, like you said, they feel entitled, so they just find a way to abuse it.
It's that time.
And like I've helped a couple of guys.
We got a piss break. Somebody start a timer.
Oh God.
It's the first piss break of the night.
Start a counter or timer. So
I'm watching the time.
With the people that I do, I've had a few guys go through the process of getting citizenship. and the hoops that they jump through and have to deal with to get citizenship, 95.
It's crazy.
I'm going to say 95 just to be generous to the above average intellects in our country. 95% of people would fail almost all of the requirements to become a U.S. citizen if they had to do the stuff that some of my guys have had to go through. It's insane.
I'll tell you a fucked up story before we move on. I know dudes in the military who were like about to get out, and they had never completed that process to get their citizenship. And I remember seeing stuff on the news probably about a year ago about veterans who got all right, that was you're a little over a minute 15 seconds, so you owe us all that.
I made an hour. Okay.
But anyways, is like the veteran thing. These dudes volunteered to serve the United States, and then their leadership never gives them the time to complete the citizenship process. So they could theoretically get out of serving the Army for 3-4 years and then get deported. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. And it's because they tell you, oh, you serve citizenship, but then your leadership is like, yeah, fuck that. We got trained. Like, it's not our priority.
Well,
that's what it is.
Here's the thing I want to touch on before we move on. I think we're all similar train of thought. Sorry, that against unregulated immigration, illegal immigration, we're against it. People who do it right and aren't looking to take advantage of the system, right? People who come here and want to work and understand what most Americans don't understand, which is the American dream, work, freedom, progress. I'm all for it. Like, I would never say I'm against immigration. I'm against
assimilate.
Yeah, assimilate. That's a big part of it. Even if you are from a different religion, we're not going to get into that. That you're okay, you can practice your religion, but you're assimilating to the American way.
Oh, excuse me.
But I say that, and at the same time, there's so many Americans that their American way is taking advantage of the system. So it's tough. It's tough.
That's why I brought this stuff up. Is like, we do focus a lot on the immigrants abusing it. The Somalians are thing, and that's a huge problem. But Americans have been abusing this shit for a long time. I'm going to take it briefly back to my work, then we can move on. But I remember people telling me they didn't want all the overtime because they didn't want it to affect them getting benefits and shit. Like, dude, what are you fucking talking about? You should be happy to have a job. You're making good money. But anyways, some positive news. Remember, we've been talking about these data centers and them raising people's electricity bills and stuff. So Ron DeSantis came out and he passed a law, or he's trying to pass a law in Florida that's going to alleviate a lot of this stuff. It's going to affect utility companies from raising utilities and some other stuff. We'll just let him talk.
I think is the first country that ensures that the rhetoric we hear is actually reality on the ground. SB 484 also protects Florida's water resources from data centers draining our water resources. I think most people who've been living in Florida.
I think it's just you, question.
For the last 6 months, no, we haven't gotten a lot of rain compared to what we normally would. We are in a drought situation. We've had to battle a lot of wildfires. There's been a host of things that have happened. But clearly, how are you going to say that somehow the water can go to data center when we need the water for our own people and for the core functions of our society? Now, in November, Florida DEP and water management districts updated their rules and policies to ensure data centers of any size have to apply for and be subject to public meetings to be considered for a consumptive use permit. in order to tap into Florida's water resources. And that's something that is huge protection to you as an individual as well.
Is it though? Like, is it really? They just have
No,
to apply for a fucking permit.
That sounds like gray area to me.
So
Yeah.
do they have to use fresh water for this stuff to
we need to do more research, because I keep hearing something about that they destroy water on like a molecular level or something, that like when it's done with it, that like the water,
it's unusable afterwards?
At least not potable.
Okay,
Potable.
that makes sense. I'm just like, I'm assuming they can't use like ocean water due to the salinity levels, and it would cause buildup and shit like that. So they have to use fresh water for it.
Yeah.
To avoid like, the alkali buildup.
Yeah, I don't think they can't. They can't use salt.
Because I mean,
Shelly, what are you working?
Yeah.
Working that pole.
Don't mind.
Something to do with that amount that they need for cooling and shit as well.
This is.
I'm sorry.
Our PR rep is wild, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Wild ends of the spectrum on what I do.
A quick search said that it does need to be clean water.
Yeah, because it's probably for cooling and shit.
Yeah, it's cooling.
The
That's what
amount
it
that
is.
they're gonna need.
Well, it's for cooling, like a heat sink for their cooling systems. But like, if they were to use like ocean water.
Oh, you work in a data center?
Oh, she's the devil. Literally, I mean.
Get her!
Yeah.
How dare you just go to work?
Good
like
for
the
you
rest of
making
us.
money. Good for you making money.
Right.
Fuck them. I mean, no.
Yeah.
And here's the thing.
You need a
We can't attack anyone or anything for that. You know what I mean? Like we need to make money. We need to.
First off, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm a free American. I can attack whoever I want. So
you worked at a fucking mega corporation, so you can eat a dick.
Ooh, that sounds like a good
you're
time.
correct. I did, and I got paid good money to do it. No, I was going to say we should get Shelly on if she's willing. We can ask her questions about these data centers.
Oh hell yeah, and we're all for that. But
Yeah.
I mean, think of it as like we could like kill multiple birds with stones if they could use salinated water. You could just take production water from oil production and use it for cooling. But there's way too much. Because
you're either passing it. You're either passing it over a radiator or passing it directly, which I think they might directly over submerged computer parts.
Yeah.
I mean, Shelly might know more, but we've seen submerged computers, so
yeah, but that's not in water though.
It's usually like some sort of oil, is it not?
Yeah,
Johnny. I mean, I agree for open borders. I think we all agree on that. Open borders, unregulated immigration, bad. Men and girls sports, yes. I would say bad.
They use rainwater.
Immigrants on taxpayer dollars, yes, bad. But we just touched on this too. Is there's so many more Americans too that are on fraud on taxpayer dollars. And for the most part, Democrats don't line up with my view. But
I just need to figure out
I'm
how
not
to get
going
on
to say
this insurance and welfare and hospice. So I can have money.
No.
Oh, if we get a diaper stream, that's what I said. I told Jay, I said if we got 100.
No, we're not doing. No.
We're not. Where are we seeing this stuff at? Is it on like the Twitch?
YouTube chat.
Oh, there should be comments on your right side of your screen. Or
we are not becoming Perry Caravello.
The last thing I see is Queck says using their brain.
Oh, well, Shelly, there's Mark having 30 more subs,
Oh.
100 subs. I said a naked stream. I have to be careful when I get up to pee, but
I mean, if we don't,
that's not gonna work.
It's probably so long that if we don't see the tip, we won't get marked, won't get flagged.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's cool. They can sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. They can use rainwater. Well, here in America, there's so many laws against us using rainwater, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're technically not even supposed to collect rainwater for our personal gardens.
which is fucked up.
It's completely wild. Oh, my wife just.
No,
chimed in
that's
from the
not
bathroom.
that's
We can
not
use it
Red
in
Bar.
North Dakota.
That's Mark.
Yeah, I know that Mark
But,
Davenport is Red Bar.
No, he is not Red Bar.
They're different people.
Get him right.
Assuming his-
joking.
you're assuming
I'm
his identity?
joking.
How dare you?
Ponte's saying that he's Red Bar, not the Red Bar.
Ponte is.
Yeah, no. Ponte
Oh.
is saying that Mark is Ponte's Red
Shelley
Bar.
is
He's not the Red Bar.
referring. Yeah, Shelley is referring to last episode when
Yeah.
we kept calling Mark Red Bar because he always came in with the comment Red Bar.
I didn't say that.
Oh my god.
Also,
didn't say
just
that.
to touch on the
Yeah, I have to go
37
back
more
and clip it.
subs. The last time I was in here, I believe you had like 20. Last time I was on, something of that nature. So that's triple the numbers, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, we can't do that, Shelley.
Slowly but
there's
surely.
in most states. What did your wife say? In North Dakota,
North
can?
Dakota, it is legal to collect rainwater, but I'll be honest with you, the last few years there has been such little rain. We're in a pretty significant drought. So I mean, we can collect it, but it's not raining here. And they also, I mean, we're just going to dive way off topic. They also do cloud seeding here to prevent high impact weather on the cities, which is like 2 across the state. But they'll go out like before the stuff even gets here, and they'll seed the clouds to stop hail. And all of a sudden, there's no fucking rain at all. It's like you just watch the storms disappear on radar. You're like, oh.
Meanwhile, here in the last week, it's not stopped raining.
Dude, we need it bad here. Honestly,
yeah, you guys got farmland
okay. So
too.
yeah. Oh, sorry, we're way off topic. We'll let Jay take
so no. I was just I looked some stuff up. So there's no states that have an outright ban on it, but it's not much better. So Arkansas, California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington require you to have a permit. Colorado only lets you collect 110 gallons. Utah up to 2,500 gallons.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, dude,
I mean,
110 gallons is fucking nothing.
Wait. Are you talking about collecting rainwater?
Rainwater. Yeah.
They're putting limits on something.
Don't worry. You guys can't smoke cigarettes if you were born past 95, but we can't collect rainwater. We have different laws.
It's crazy.
You're right, Shelley. That was what, last year or a few months ago when Dubai was just flooded and they couldn't handle any of the water.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what. Sorry, go on, Ponte, before you finish.
Well, no, it was just that they supposedly started seeding over there, and all of Dubai was like flooded from rain.
Yeah, but they do it the opposite here. We need to start seeding to create moisture, and they just so up here we rely on our winter moisture, which is obviously snow. Your snow cover comes in, it thaws and melts off in the springtime and starts your spring growth. And then, April, May is supposed to be our springtime where we get some moisture through precipitation. And, this year we had almost no snow cover, and now we've gotten a half inch of precipitation as it warms up. And it's just not enough. Our fields are literally, we had some high winds the other day, and it was literally in the air. I don't know if you don't have Snapchat, but I had sent a couple of guys that we know, Ponte, pictures of the dirt in the air. It was literally dirt, just you couldn't see through it.
Then you get into dust bowl.
I'll text you a picture from our drive home right here. This is a highway picture,
dude. And I think that shit's all manipulated. When we're talking about cloud seeding and shit, they wanted to get to a point to where farmers are just like we had talked about on the last stream. They're doing shit now to where they have these mirrors where you're going to be able to rent sunlight.
Yeah,
you're going to be able to rent sunlight on your crops. How long before you can rent them to put a fucking rain cloud in the sky when your crops aren't growing?
You mean how long till they start charging us for oxygen?
That's a good question too, Quick.
It's like, we're going to sell you oxygen bottles.
Yep.
And that's what you get into.
Anything we can.
we were talking about it before when, well, one of us mentioned it when we was talking about different types of energy to get us away from what we're using now. It just shows that they just don't want you being self-sustainable. They need you to be dependent on them. Otherwise, all these limits on that, to put a limit on rainwater is absolutely insane to me.
Right.
Is that working or no?
What?
I tried to share the picture.
Oh,
but...
right. Yeah, that was my drive home, and mind you, that picture was taken in a wide open area. There's like North Dakota has plenty of area that you can just see endlessly. That's driving down the highway, and there's nothing, no trees or anything, obviously to the side. But that's a picture straight down the highway. That is dirt from a field. That's not fog. That's not. It's just haze from dirt that's been picked up from the wind.
Well, Shelly, what do you mean by water charges? Because, like, here in America, we pay a water bill every at least I do, every month. Like, is it up charges beyond a certain...
here's the thing.
They have water bans. Like, if you're using too much, you'll get a ticket. Like, in California, up in Mass, where I'm from, certain places, like when there's a drought or something and you can't water your grass or anything, and if they see a large consumption of water, they can ticket you.
That's mad.
This is the problem. Is I think Ireland's not as pacified as we are. Like, our ancestors would have. It's a great quote. Our ancestors would have started shooting people by now. Like, the amount of shit we're taxed for, the amount of tax you have to pay. Like, this is not the intended system, but we've let this go on.
You're struggling a little. I don't know if it's my internet or yours.
I don't know.
They 100% have meters on every house to charge for water here. Like,
yeah. See,
yeah.
Isn't that that's so foreign to? I mean, she is foreign, but that's so foreign to us. Yeah, you have a water meter. I mean, electrical, obviously, but yeah.
Like, I mean, there is certain like I have on my property, I have a well that is unmetered, but that's because I have a well. But like the house water, the house water and stuff comes from, a monitored metered line, and we have to pay it every month.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or else they'll come by and shut it off, and then I'll go take my special tool and I'll turn it back on, and then they get mad at me. They're like, "You're not supposed to have a tool." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, you're not supposed to shut my water off."
Yeah.
Yep. But just to bring it back to these data centers. So remember last time we were talking about how that data center that they're putting in Utah is going to take in 8 gigawatts of energy, which is more than the rest of the state combined. And then the largest manufacturing plant in the country that produces the Boeing 747 only takes a half a gigawatt of energy. Well, here's a video from Alex Jones, and he's talking about how these data centers, how much power they're going to end up taking. I think so. Alex Jones, the man. Friend of the show, by the way. Alex Jones.
To consume more energy than everything else on Earth. But you can't have a car or air conditioning. A cow can't fart. But you can have these giant data centers with whatever coal plants they want 6 miles away. It's like,
that is struggling.
This video's jacked up.
You're right, Shelly. It is a basic.
But
Alex Jones,
basically, that was the point of the video. Well, that's what he did in the video. But he's saying how these data centers are going to end up producing or needing more energy than the rest of the world.
Well, then there's another thing. Look at the thermal output. I saw something. I don't know if it's 100% fact.
Dude, that's only
that the thermal output per year is like 25. I don't remember the numbers at all, but it's like 25 Hiroshimas.
I saw that.
Pretty sure Japan was just not happy with 2 of those. So
No, but it's gradual. It's not an instant output of heat. And that's where I'll say it's clickbait, because it's not instant output.
Oh
but
yeah,
it
no,
is-
I understand that, but
Yeah.
the reference was kind of wild. Like Japan's like, oh, fuck,
Well, that's how the
10X?
post referred it to me, was that, oh, Hiroshima was this amount of heat.
Here's the thing with me is like, it's also fucking hypocritical. Like, you have these government implementing these climate change legislation, CO2 tax,
you read my mind.
all this shit. You know, truckers don't want to go to fucking California because of all the stuff they have to have.
Right.
But then they're going to allow these data centers to be put up that are consuming so much energy, putting out so much heat, and what does it produce? Like, what do these data centers really produce? That's the big
Quicker
thing.
Google search.
There's no way they're going to have that many jobs.
Brain power.
Maybe Shelly can tell us how many people. Maybe Shelly can tell us how many people does it take to run a data center?
Well, I mean,
That is a good
obviously
question.
questions that we don't have answers to. Like, my thoughts are, you know, if they're taking that much energy to run these things, you know, everyone's talking about, where's that energy coming from? It's not green energy that's supplying a massive amount of energy to make this work. Like,
Nope.
They're already learning that windmills were a farce.
oh, dude, don't even get me started.
Yeah,
on
But
those.
they don't
Oh,
produce.
brother.
They fuck everything up. They're really not that good.
They almost never last long enough to even pay for themselves, let alone become profitable.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's a government subsidy for certain people to make money off of, as everything is.
And that's what we get into, is just and you have to
Well,
think,
we were
on the opposite side. I will say, you know, that maybe they didn't have the long-term data, which you think they would, but
Yeah, but now they do it, but they have the long-term data now and they're still building them. Like, I don't know. I know, like in West, sorry, go ahead.
100 people or 100% people working on site?
I think she
just-
means
I'm
100
not-
people.
Okay, 100. Okay. See, that's very little.
That
And
makes sense.
and what I've heard too, and she might know more about it, is that is it a pre-build? So what I'm hearing is that all these data centers are pre-builds. We don't need the amount of computation, computing. We don't need all the computing power that they give us yet. That they're building and they're doing all this stuff for future load.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But Schmidt can't hear us now, but what I was going to bring up is he was saying, where's the energy source coming from? On the last show, we talked about how they're pulling energy. They told 55,000 people in Utah, you have till 2027 to find a new power source, the end of 2027. And because after that, all the power is going to be shifted to those data centers.
Shelly just mentioned. So they're talking about there's going to be carbon neutral data centers by 2030. There's fields besides us. They're installing solar panels.
1,000 people.
And she said 1,000 people. That's still not many jobs. And I don't know how big her data center is, right? Like 1,000 people for, you know, couple acres, 20, 30, 40, 100 acres. Not bad. 40,000 acres, they're not going to have 40,000 employees.
No. But the other thing is, like, if they could do it carbon neutral, okay. They've already talked about the ones over here. They're going to be taken from the grid. They're going to be taken from people, leaving people without power, forcing them to go solar so they can charge them a shit ton of money. And
yeah, that's
even
where
if
they're
you
getting
could
their
go
solar power
how much
from.
fucking
They're getting it from the people.
yeah. That's those solar programs, dude. But how much solar would it take to charge? Oh, let me unmute Schmidt. Sorry. How much solar would it take to fucking run 42,000 acre data center? Maybe that's included in the 42,000.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Maybe now we're thinking about this 2030 project to where all that acreage, a big part of it is going to be solar. I mean, we know it's not going to be wind at this point, but other means of energy production.
Stop. Oh. There. Okay. Sorry. I have to turn my camera off for a little bit. We almost had some issues.
Yeah, it happened.
Luckily, my head was covering everything, and when my wife walked by naked.
Oh, yeah, that happens. Well, not. She walks by naked on purpose.
Shelly said they don't take a lot of run in fairness. We go out planting trees and do a lot of charity work with local centers. They do community give back things.
Oh,
that's
so
good.
They
in America
they use their employees as a community outreach to make themselves feel better. You know, like to make the community like it.
In America, what will happen is
I mean that.
Sorry, Jay. We don't mean to cut you off, Jay. I think we're all like a 3-second delay compared to you.
Yeah.
Like me, Schmidt, and Quex, I think are not delayed. You are like a 3-second delay.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So like you pause
that, so
after everyone's response. Pause for
there's no way probably to fix it because your computer is hosting all three of us. So like it's just something we need to realize when talking to Jay, and he needs to realize when talking to us. Like we're not meaning to cut you off. It's just that delay.
What are you going to put on the grill?
He goes, "Oh, let me put it on mute."
I do have one other interesting video. This is something I did not know. Maybe you guys did. How did you guys know there's never been a mummy found in the pyramids?
I showed, maybe not you actually, but I showed Ponte this interview a while ago with the guy from the Wild Files.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know this. I'll play it real quick, but let me know if the quality's jacked up or something. But yeah, this is this guy, and I looked it up too. After this, I looked it up to see if it was true. But yeah, apparently which it's crazy because I remember learning in school that we 100% found mummies in the pyramid. Well, let's go ahead and watch this.
Yeah.
Why don't we know when they were built?
Well, you can't carbon date it.
But what about mummies we found inside all the pyramids?
I've never found a mummy in a pyramid.
What?
We've never found a mummy in a pyramid.
I thought the mummies were from the pyramids.
No, they're not. No mummy's been found in a pyramid. Maybe they were placed in certain structures later on, like Valley of the Kings and so forth. But like the Great Pyramid of Giza, no mummy's been found there. There's a giant box in the kingdom that's said to be a sarcophagus. It's not the right size for a mummy.
Huh. So there are no organic objects found in the Great Pyramid, for example, that would suggest when it was built?
No organics, no.
Huh.
But there are strange things about the pyramid, like chemical residue at certain openings, shafts, that suggest maybe the pyramid had other uses that are really not acceptable to mainstream.
Why don't we know when they were built?
Well, you can't carbon date.
The audio's working.
Yeah.
The video's not. Sorry, I tried something new with my camera and it's not working out so well.
Appreciate it. Thanks for telling me after I played the whole fucking video. That's great.
No, the audio, I mean, you're hearing someone talk. We don't need to see Tucker Carlson talk.
Try to focus.
I know my camera fell. I tried something new and it's not working out too well.
That's been spoken about for a while though. That one of the things is to do with what they say they found under the pyramids, like deep beneath the ground. And then there's certain other theories that when they talk of the Ark of the Covenant, it was used to power the pyramids in a sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I just that's what it seems like. By the way, they've done so much research into these columns that are underneath the pyramid. Why the fuck is this not a serious issue for us to get down there and really?
He's a little crazy. No, I agree, and that's where I think maybe there were no bodies there because it was some giant conduit to blast messages to outer space. Oh,
That was the word.
Okay.
Okay, this shit is not working now. This shit has just completely failed on me. Give me a second. Let me fix my camera.
Supposed to use piezoelectric generation to create energy.
What'd you say, Plex?
The theory of the pyramids, like creating and storing electricity, the theory of it was piezoelectric generation. So it's that the chambers are lined with granite, and through immense pressure combined with vibrations of water flowing underground, aquifers beneath the pyramids created piezoelectric charges.
I mean,
that's just the guy's theory.
I feel like when they get down there, yeah. And that's the thing is like, why are we not down there? Like, if these shafts are as big as they say, and they come down to these massive blocks underneath,
he said,
"Why
shaft.
are this shit would be okay? This is going to be like, it's maybe that's why they're not looking into it. Is like, it's this shit's going to be world changing because the pyramids are already like, how the fuck do they build these? But now you're telling us they're sitting on these massive shafts, like."
Have you seen that whole interview or just that clip?
You said massive shaft again, guys. Just so we're tracking massive shaft counter, like my P counter. Jay's phallic counter when he mentions wieners.
Well, guys, unfortunately, I have to call it there. My wife has invited people to our house, and I have to entertain them.
You're good, brother.
Alrighty.
Take care. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate you.
Maybe Friday, Ponte, I can hop in for a little bit again. I enjoyed bringing a politically correctness to this horrible nation.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Anyways,
we appreciate you, man.
I'll keep you rolling on this stuff. I'll probably be pretty quiet and chat, but have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Yeah, bro.
You too.
Have you seen that whole interview, Jay, or just that clip?
Hold on. I made it 30 minutes. I gotta pee.
I just seen the clip.
Sake.
30 minutes.
That's not anything special. It's the same timing as the last fucking episode.
Yeah, 30 minutes is fucking ridiculous. You're a grown ass man. You have to piss every 30 minutes is crazy, dude.
No, but
30 minutes.
If I remember right, it was that interview where he also speaks on them doing certain things to try and cover up and get rid of what's deep underground underneath the pyramid because they don't want it coming out for whatever reason.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that one. I usually watch all the Tucker Carlson ones.
It's actually an interesting one to watch.
I did watch a guy on Joe Rogan, and he was saying the same thing. He was saying that not only are those columns under there, but basically there's this massive underground cavern that they've used similar technology to observe. And it's like the whole basin.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
Like,
it's not just like a little section that's been dug out. It's flipping massive.
Yeah,
but it's that
I feel like they already knew that shit.
Oh, of course. Because going back to the theory of this guy, it's like forget the person's name, but it's like what the person just speaking to Tucker Carlson was saying, that they found like some type of chemical residue. Part of this guy's theory is that once water gets introduced in the subterranean chambers, I'm just reading it off of this, obviously, isn't it? It reacts with minerals and starts to produce hydrogen gas. This gas allegedly, according to his theory, fills certain chambers and it creates a chemical reaction where in the king's chamber it has a gold capstone which has copper elements and generates a direct current. Which, if it's true, it makes sense why he's saying they're finding that chemical residue from in there, which would point to it being used for something else.
Yeah, and that goes right into the theory that they were some type of power source.
Mm-hmm.
But for what, you know? And does it lead into the whole thing with this free energy that we always hear about? Like, I don't know. It's just
Maybe not.
The world's a lot stranger than we know.
But definitely alternative. Because look at, you got Tesla for a start. There's other people that have tried to recreate his thing. Let me just double check this quick. Hold on.
And to be fair, I just want to, for the record, I drank like 4 beers in those 30 minutes. You're still sipping on the same beatbox.
Finland.
That's your fault.
In February this year was testing transmitting electricity wirelessly.
There's people who have already figured that out though, and they
I'm saying but Finland's doing it as a country. It's not just someone in Finland. It's them as a country are testing it. So this is just you go back and you look at people like Tesla or like ancient civilizations that allegedly had certain technology. And it's like when they say history repeats itself, all we're doing is rediscovering and learning shit that was here before, in my opinion.
And then we all get wiped out and we have a new Jesus and we start again. And
well, why would we have a new Jesus if we've been wiped out? Wouldn't we get a new Jesus first?
Hold on. What if you guys will get a kick out of this? It's kind of funny. I'm on the last episode, Jay, just so you know, of The Boys. What if the new Jesus, you're not going to like this, is Trump?
This fucking guy.
We all get wiped out. We all get wiped out during the Trump administration.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. You sound like you need to go watch fucking Euro and Travel. Go watch that fucking shit.
No, thank you.
Or move to Israel. They believe Trump's fucking the Messiah.
I just thought it was funny. It lined up. It kind of settled into what we were talking about.
Not really.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works. Yeah, facts. That's the case. We're all fucked.
Yeah,
I think so, Shelley.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the elites have these free energy sources. Like Shelley, I think it was before you watched the show, but we had showed a clip of a lady on Tucker Carlson, and she was, I forget what department she worked for, but she was in the government, and she was talking about how trillions and trillions of dollars have went to building these underground bases. And she was saying they're not pulling energy from the grid. The only way you're getting, and she's saying these things are massive. They're massive. There's tunnels
0 point energy
that go nationwide. They have some alternative energy source.
It would have to.
Whatever that
is.
So, yeah.
I think they're just using Tesla's tech.
Well, also nuclear is so powerful.
Could be.
Nuclear energy is so fucking powerful.
Because when you go and look into Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower, what he was trying to build, how that worked was he believed that the Earth had
I don't know if it was
the high frequency currents going through it, and by building like deep underground shafts, it would act like a resonator, and then he basically used the Earth as like a conductor, and then his idea was to use that instead of radio waves to transmit signal and power. So when you go and look at what they say is under the pyramid, this seems like the same shit.
It's pulling from
deep shafts underground.
It would work. And because they mentioned these almost coils coming up these shafts, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like they depict the shaft going down. Now I'm saying shaft, but then a coil wrapping
Hey,
around
what's
it
up,
coming
Steven?
up. Steve, what's good? Thanks for tuning in, brother.
So if anybody's interested in the episode, it's Catherine Austin Fitz. She worked for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. She worked also under the George H.W. Bush administration.
Seems
But
like
she said a lot of crazy stuff.
It kind of does match up. Housing and urban. I was going to say it doesn't really match up, but housing and urban development, if you're building an underground super bunker for a large amount of people, kind of would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and it goes into it's not really theory anymore. The earth produces so much power, whether it's thermal, magnetic, it's really a power source in and of itself. So it's not a far stretch that we can pull from the earth. I mean, it goes into like geothermal heating. I don't know if you guys know about that, but in the Northeast, it's big because you can drill like 60 feet, 100 feet. So I don't remember the specification of it, but and you pump water down into the earth and back up into your house. And it pretty much keeps your house at 64 degrees. So if you want to supplement a little more heat in the winter, sure. That's, you know, for me, that's a few more degrees, and that's my comfortable winter temperature. For the summer, I don't need to have AC anymore because I'm pumping 64 degree air into my house. And it's just, I think there's levels to that. If you go deeper, if you're able to harness magnetic fields, if you're able to do all these things, where I really feel like 0 point energy is there. It's just obviously not given to everyone because where's the money in that?
Well, that's
exactly.
I keep mentioning Tesla, but that's the exact reason his shit got shut down. Because rather than focusing on Morgan's idea of something that's profitable, he's thinking, nah, fuck that. I can make something for the whole world to get this energy. So they shut his shit down, destroyed his shit, took all his research, cut off his funding, and just left him.
And I think there's something to Elon and Tesla. Like, I don't think Elon's this evil guy.
It's his great grandson.
I think he might be more easily manipulated because of his not really shortcomings. I won't call them shortcomings. I think autistic people, I think he said he has Asperger's. I think a lot of these people are on a whole nother level compared to us when it comes to brains. That it's not a shortcoming, but it is how we've created civilization today and how we've dumbed, so to speak, people down from that connection to where he's manipulated. Do I think he's a bad person? I really don't. I think he's somewhat but at the same time, if you have almost $1 trillion, what's to stop you from donating most of your wealth to people?
Well, you don't have that money. His shit's in assets.
In asset, yeah. No, I get that too. I know a lot of his wealth is in
readily available.
But even think of his liquid assets, and think of what a regular person needs to live off, and think of even me if I want to live lavishly compared to his liquid assets.
So
he could donate most of his shit.
Maybe.
You guys want to hear something interesting?
There you go.
Do you know, I'll just tell you. So after Tesla died, the FBI came in to look at his work and everything.
Oh, were you talking about Tesla or Elon? I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
We're talking about Tesla before.
Oh, I thought you were saying Tesla, the company.
No,
okay,
Nikola Tesla.
Okay, I'm special. Sorry, guys. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So when Tesla died, they brought in like the FBI or whoever it was at the time, they brought people in to look at his stuff. The guy they brought in is Donald Trump's uncle.
Oh shit! Of course.
It goes back
John
Yo.
G. Trump. You can look this up.
Now you
can
but
look
I'll
it
let
up.
You finish. I'll let you finish first.
It goes back
No,
into
that's
the
it. That's it.
the amazing travels of Baron Trump. Go ahead, quick. Sorry.
No, just that. There's something else. I'll have to find the video and I'll try and find it and show it to you later. But basically, someone was alleging that the reason Elon had been paying Trump so much money is because that Trump's family was in possession of Tesla's research. So he was paying him off this money for him to be able to get this research from them to do what he's doing.
I don't know what made me think of this.
It makes sense.
Completely off topic,
because
go ahead.
So John G. Trump, he was an MIT professor on electrical engineering. That's why he was brought in. So it says he spent 2 to 3 days examining his apartment and everything. So who's to say he didn't steal the technology?
Yeah.
Good thing you got that off because I got so sidetracked, but it still made me think of it. A great movie because it kind of has to do with Tesla. What's the name of the movie with Hugh Jackman and Batman? Who played Batman?
Christian Bale?
It's Christian Bale. I think it was Christian Bale, about magic and about like Tesla and like he does an act where he transports and they find out he's actually transporting himself but like killing himself and like coming back to life. Oh, it's a good fucking Prestige. The Prestige. Great movie. Great movie. Yeah. Sorry. You know how my brain works.
Sorry. One thing the audience is going to need to learn, and I say this with all due respect, is you can't take movie recommendations from Mr. P.
You don't think The Prestige is good?
Good, not great.
Recommendations. I got defending him.
No,
we watched a lot of good movies that have come from
his movie
he doesn't like B-rated movies. If I suggest a B-rated movie, he takes it as it's not good enough, but there's a storyline to it.
The shit
yes.
Stuff. But even saying shit stuff is a bad way. It's just the stuff that ain't.
It's garbage.
The same capabilities as everyone else.
Exactly. It's not a great movie.
Yeah, but
it's not
garbage.
A great. Nah, man. You can, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Shelly, you gotta watch The Prestige. You gotta watch The Prestige. It's good.
Prestige is a good movie. Prestige is a good movie. I'll give you that. All right.
He doesn't like the finger walking aliens I sent him. That's what this all stems from. He got scared and had nightmares because I sent him.
No, that was a stupid movie. That was a dumb movie.
But it was creepy
also,
when an alien fucking stands up on its feet, on its fingers, and goes.
Also, it's not. It's dumb. That's what it is. Also, we saw 2 movies in the theaters when we were in Georgia together. We saw John Wick 3 or 4, whichever one it was, and we saw Godzilla. Both those movies sucked.
Fuck you, Godzilla. Irregardless, just because it has a Godzilla name, I'm a Godzilla supporter.
See, exactly. That's my
and
point.
Say it right.
Godzilla. The movie
say it right. Say it right. Show it some respect. Say Godzilla right now.
Godzilla.
I know. Yeah, thank you.
Godzilla.
Thank you. Gojira.
Godzilla. Godzilla.
Yep.
That's the best Godzilla movie, by the way. That's the best one.
I was
I'm
gone
a
for
supporter.
20 seconds to get pancakes, and you're talking about Godzilla. How did we get here?
It was 2 movies while we lived together, and he would attack me when I was laying down in bed. I do like the John Wicks too. They're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, John
He's
Wick's
a
good.
hater, Shelley. Just you'll learn that about Jay. He's
No,
a hater.
they're listen. They're fun movies, but John Wick 3, 4, they couldn't live up to John Wick 1. Like, I don't want sequels for the sake of fun. I want something more.
Of course they can.
Like, a sequel needs to be better.
That's where
You know
I'm
what I'm
different.
saying?
Was like,
Well,
I
think the great
understand like
sequels-
plot and everything. Shit was lost, right? But it was still fun to watch. I can say a movie was fun. It was cool to see him. Like,
And the fact they gave himself so little lines.
yeah. But
It still works.
yeah, fuck Jay.
Like,
Everyone say
don't
fuck
give me-
Jay. Fuck Jay. Fuck.
No,
Oh no, fuck
no.
Fast and Furious with their 107 movies.
I'll agree, Shelley.
Yeah,
I'll
Fast
agree.
and Furious is
I'll still
ass.
watch it. I don't care. I'll still watch it. That shit
I
shaped
can't.
my childhood.
You
I'm
watch
a car.
Fast and the Furious?
I'm a car guy. 100%. Yes. I might not go to the
Dude,
theater.
That's not an
Hey,
excuse.
I will
They've
not.
left that.
I will not.
After
No,
that
there's still
5,
cool
I
car
stopped.
scenes. There's still cool cars. I will not go to the theater
What, a car in
necessarily to watch it.
space?
I mean, yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. That shit,
I
that was
am-
crazy. I will admit that. That was
I am
absolutely out
picky
there.
when it comes to movies. I am picky when it comes to calling a movie great. Like,
No, I know.
for me to
but-
call a movie great, like in recent history, I would say the last 5 years, the only movie that I would say is great that has come out is All Quiet on the Western Front. That's it.
Exactly, Shelley. They're still fun. They're fun. It doesn't have to be this amazing storyline, great.
I don't
plot,
think it is. I don't. To me, it's not. To me, it's not.
Yeah, but you're the farthest from a car guy because you've killed 2 dudes in a car, so or nearly. Sorry.
Okay, all right. We're gonna fucking bring up that shit. Fucking piece of shit.
It's a joke, guys.
You're
It's
a fucking
joke.
bitch.
It's a joke.
Fuck you.
We love each other. I
Shelley
swear.
said live a little. I don't even watch. I don't even watch comedies anymore. Like I don't know
I don't
why.
know.
I used to
Yeah.
love them. Like Step
They don't-
Brothers used to be my shit, but I haven't watched a comedy in a long
They
time.
don't get my juices flowing anymore. And here's my problem with
No.
movies. I don't mean to be so sidetracked. Oh, I have that pulled up too, Jay, but I don't mean to be so
Okay, I'll let you play it.
so sidetracked, but I think that's part of growing up too, is that like movies are so predictable now. Like, when have you seen something new, truly new where you don't know kind of what's going to happen? Kind of like, oh, whoa, like they might throw spins in there specifically so you don't know what's going to happen, but you know the storyline. It's going to be some guy. You're going to think it's them. It's going to be someone else. Well, blah, blah, blah. We know horror. That's why, like, I'm a crazy horror fan.
Oh,
But
horror sucks.
when's the last time we found or have seen a truly revolutionary or new horror? Like the big turn of the century, not turn of the century, the big one before us was really drawing a mind blank. The Exorcist.
Then
From
Blair
when
Witch.
my parents were, young adults. Then kind of the big thing was Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity,
Yeah.
found footage stuff was the big
Yeah.
boom. And
Yeah.
now we're getting saturated. I still love found footage. I'll say I still love it. But there's nothing new. What they're trying to do seems to be like Who's the Clown? Art the Clown. And shit like that, where it's just gory, where it's just like, oh my God. And that's not horror to me. Horror to me
Yeah.
is where I'm going to go home,
No.
and if I'm alone, I'm going to be like, like
The last
and-
2 horror movies I can think of that I really liked were, and they
I
came out
agree,
around
Shelley.
the same time, and they were really good. They're more thrillers than they are horror. Well, one of them's a horror, one of them's more of a thriller. But Sumer and
Oh,
shit, what's
some
Hereditary.
yeah. Hereditary.
Those were
Yeah,
good.
Hereditary was pretty,
Yeah.
but it was still. I knew what was going on. It
I
wasn't
liked
like,
Hereditary.
No, it was one of the better.
Yeah,
recent
but
ones.
the pacing was good. They slowed into it. Like you're like 3/4 of the way into the movie before you see the mom doing like shit
JC,
with
what's
the
good,
Ouija
brother?
board and stuff.
I
Like, it was
appreciate you,
good.
man.
What's up, JC?
No, and even what was the one you watched recently, Quex?
Obsession.
The Ritual.
Good movie.
The Ritual. No, The Ritual.
Oh yeah, that as well. That's good.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. The dudes who go hiking. It's just, I want something that makes me uncomfortable again. And maybe it's because I'm older and we go through, growing up, and when we're younger, movies come out and we see them. I get that. We're more influenced, and now it's just kind of like, but I'm still always found footage.
Yeah, and
I love found footage because it makes you feel so much more in it.
It does. It does. And then, like, once you've seen something, it makes you feel uncomfortable slightly less. Like, that's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
And we've seen so much shit to where, like, what can they really show you at this
We're
point,
desensitized. It goes to social conditioning, desensitizing. It goes to what the governments or powers that be, whatever you want to call it. It goes through all this shit where they can flood us with this stuff, and then you go, like Aliens. And none of us would be super shocked to know there's aliens.
Dark Skies, great fucking movie.
Awesome movie. But anyways,
Dude,
what was this
great
this
movie.
clip? Let's get back on subjects because I don't want to do a 6-hour episode.
This is a behind the this is somebody doing a secret. Basically, they went on a date with this dude. He's a PR rep for the Nationals, the baseball team. And he's saying that they don't give a Christian guy any PR time because of his views. Also, this guy, he looks like
Voldemort.
No, he looks like the what is it, the Tarkins in Dune? Is that their name? You know what I'm talking about? The family.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say Voldemort. I looked at it for a second. And
By the way,
Voldemort.
Dune's a great fucking movie.
I'm excited for the new one. They've done pretty good. But let's play this. All right, let's get into it.
I can't hear it at all.
I said, let me start it again just to make sure. Share, also share system audio. Let's try again. Can you guys hear it?
You don't have it up right now.
I just realized that after the fact.
Now let me.
No,
they can't.
Okay, just play it. It's probably something in my settings. I don't want to spend too much time messing with it. It's
all right. I'll share it.
I don't know why it's not. I said share, but it's probably in my.
All right, I'll let this load for a second. But again, this is a guy. He is, like I said, the Nationals community relations team. And what he's saying in here is how basically he doesn't give a Christian guy any PR time because of his views on some stuff. So
I am on the community relations team. So like corporate social responsibility.
The director of community relations for the Washington Nationals of the MLB reveals unethical behavior within the management of the Washington baseball team, including religious discrimination against a starting pitcher.
One of our pitchers, dude, Trevor Williams, he is very Catholic. The Dodgers had a group out to the stadium who were drag queens who sometimes dressed up as nuns. He went on like a social media this is wrong, this is my religion, you all are mocking it. Because of that, we don't use him on social. Like when they're like, is a hot dog a sandwich? And like the players come up, you know what I mean? Like we don't ask him.
Yeah. So again, it's one of these things like freedom of religion until it's a fucking Christian. Like until you know you're a white Christian. Like
100%. And we've gotten into that where, you know, you can post translations / you know, rabbis making their own interpretations of the Talmud, and it says some pretty heinous shit, and it's not hate speech.
Yeah.
Oh, did I DC? Oh no. Okay. But then someone posted a Bible verse, and it was struck for hate speech. Like,
really?
It's kind of crazy, and it kind of goes. I don't want to get there.
And
we're not there. I don't want to get there, but you know,
we're gonna have to go there at some point because we get there nearly every episode.
Yeah.
But we do,
and it is insulting. It is insulting to his religion, like having drag queens dressed up as nuns.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
Would they allow someone to do that for whatever the equivalent of a nun is in Islam or Judaism?
Bro,
the answer is fucking no. They wouldn't.
If they just dressed up as a Jew, or
you're right,
had the Israeli flag around them,
anti-Semitism
straight away, and they would be.
You're 100% right. I agree with that. It's a problem. You know, I just don't want to. We clearly have stated our train of thought on that, and it's not right. But I don't want to keep harping on it.
Why not? Why? It's the biggest problem. White Christian men are not the minority. We're the.
I know, but
you know, but we're the ones who.
We can only harp on it so much, and to me, it's just like. Unfortunately, I'm not saying anything against it. I'm not. You can only beat a dead horse so much. Like we can keep voicing this opinion and keep getting strikes and keep getting shut down and I mean, we're not literally getting shut down, guys, but like on Twitch, on some of these other things, not Twitch. What's the other one? TikTok. Like we can keep beating this dead horse, and until we have people that are like mine, it's I don't know, man. It's just, does that make sense? Like
I don't.
We're kind of
not really.
Beating a dead horse, and it's going nowhere. I know. I get that.
I think
but
for the video, it's still kind of relevant.
Oh, for sure, it's relevant. It's just
that's the only reason I think
stuck on it.
No, not that. When I said we're gonna have to touch it at some point, I just thought you meant the religion thing as overall.
No.
Well, here's the thing. For everybody watching is we did get, it wasn't an issue. It doesn't affect us all, but we got a fucking copyright strike. And guess where the copyright strike came from?
Oh, yeah.
It came from a fucking news outlet in Israel, because we shared that clip last week of Tucker Carlson dog walking that Israeli reporter. And we got a copyright strike. And I looked up the company. The company was the news organization. So the news organization that was interviewing him, it's out of Israel, and they hit us for copyright. So that
Which
video
means
can
they
no
hit
longer
everyone
be seen
else.
by anybody.
They hit everyone else. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely hit everybody else, but like,
and it's bullshit.
It's still scumbaggery.
Yeah,
they hit him. They hit him because Tucker Carlson fucking cooked him and showed him. Like, he said what we're all thinking. They're like, oh, we can't let this get out. We'll just copyright strike. Shelley said Dublin Zoo had a pic of a trans woman as their advertising for Mother's Day, and no one bats an eye. Yet the guys out on the street in the city center reading out Bible verses are moved on and arrested. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my side or your side, Jay, but your mouth is going and I'm hearing your audio 10 minutes later. But I agree too, Shelly, that it's crazy that we're targeting the people that are fundamentally, is that the right word? The people, I don't want to talk myself into a corner, but that built this country that we know it today, that built Ireland as you know it today, that built the UK as you know it today, right? Not age-old stuff, but now is targeted for reading Bible verses. But you can have a trans woman for Mother's Day? What?
That shit
What?
is wild.
Get the
I'm
fuck outta
sorry.
here.
Nothing against them. Whatever. Just don't push it on me or my kids. If you can
And
think
that's
what
exactly
you want
what
to think.
they're doing, though.
But you're not a mother. You're
No.
not a mom.
And you can
You're
never
not a
be one.
mom. You're
Now,
not a
this
mom.
is why it's getting scary, because like,
It's,
where
it
we're even
is.
just saying that they'll allow a trans person to do that, but the Bible preacher gets arrested and shifted on you. Look at what I was telling you about the thing I saw in Netherlands recently, how they're trying to test using DNA from two men to make an embryo and put inside of what kind of demon necromancy experiment baby is that gonna be? Because it's never gonna have the chromosomes from the mom then. Or is it gonna have three parents?
No.
And be the two guys with the surrogate mom? Because that ain't gonna
shit's
work.
way. You know me, I'm not super book
Well,
religious or anything, but that shit's way outside of anything even I like. Hell, no,
Yeah.
no, that's
But
not
like even
right.
there's something I put in WhatsApp lately, and it was an Israeli person that got caught with these little tubes with flipping live embryos in them. So if they're able to do that and starting to do man-on-man DNA to make an embryo, it's scary. It's scary to think what they're about to do.
And I even saw something, Quex, to where I think we showed it on here. They were talking about using. I got it pulled up right now. They were talking about
Hold on, I'm
using
sharing something. Is this
like
the one you're
single
talking about,
DNA.
Shelly?
Yeah, that's what I was pulling up. You got it.
God forbid.
There was another one
Talking
I
about
saw
Shelly?
too, but it takes a minute. But yeah,
But yeah, they're talking about just not using two men's DNA, as if that wasn't fucking disgusting enough. They were talking about using like single
Yeah.
person DNA, which I don't even know how you do. That's basically a clone. Yeah, this
is what they're talking about. This
shit.
in saying they're a mother. Yeah,
Wow.
get the fuck out of my face. Get
Yeah.
lost.
You
We're
have a
becoming
fucking
Rome
beard.
all over again.
But you see, this is my issue with this shit, yeah. Regardless of the person's beliefs, to start pushing this shit and suppressing other things, and then you're so insistent, almost aggressive with the way that you're pushing something that's so unnatural. Even if you come away from religion, it's just unnatural in terms of biology, nature, all of it.
That's my thing. Go
Why?
ahead.
It don't make sense.
Yeah. Take religion out of it. It's still, a
100%
3-year-old kid that is raised right, maybe not 3, 4 or 5-year-old kid that is raised right is going to say, wait a minute, how can that be a mom?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
God forbid what two men go through with this surgery shit and get that shit done, because that kid is going to have a horrible time growing up once people find out that both his parents are men biologically. You're done for.
Here's another thought I want to
done.
get into. I don't want to, we don't necessarily have to dive into it now, but do you think, chat involved, I know Shelly's here, I know Steve is here, and you two, do you think it is genetic or something else, or do you think, say, a child raised in what's the proper a homosexual?
There's no way it's
that's
genetic.
not an illegal word. Like a homosexual relationship or anything is more likely to become homosexual than
Yes.
someone
Yes.
raised.
They're also more likely to get abused.
Okay, I agree. I
definitely don't think it's genetic, though. 100% not.
No.
Because
no.
again, naturally, you take away everything, and even if you go back to natural instincts, that's not in it.
Well, I think some of it is too, and
No.
we've gotten into it, Quex, is sorry, Shelly, but women are the worst. And I think a lot of men get no, I'm being serious.
No, I'm just laughing at the way you were batting. I'm sorry, Shelly, but
well, Kay isn't here, so but she is the worst. She's an American woman. But men nowadays too are, because of the shift in women in today's society and everything, are so fucking done with it, and so like that. Just, I mean, I would say,
you know why that happens?
I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say. Yeah, feminism, but like,
with feminism.
Some men are more.
It's a lack of religion.
That as well.
That too.
Godless society is the main thing.
Yeah,
I know. You're right.
Listen,
that's kind of why I'm stumbling over myself right now. Like I have gay friends. Like I don't want to say they're wrong or anything, but part of me wants to say that it's not genetic. Maybe it is. I don't ever want to say the word I was about to say, but it is an outlier, whatever. I don't know. It's so tough.
There's a difference between not supporting something and being like violent towards it. Like, I don't think, from a religious aspect, I don't think people should be gay, but like, it's not like I'm out here, beating up gay dudes. Like, at the end of the day, I don't have to agree with somebody to still be friends with them.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. Is it like, I don't think it's like in some religious views of it, I don't think it's curable. I don't think you can take
because of wording. In that, it's hard to answer it the way you've worded it. However, people can, in my opinion, and from things I've seen and witnessed from people, snap out of that shit.
Well, I think it may be a especially in women, a phase, right? But I think there's some people, no, you can't. God isn't going to fix it. They're still going to be attracted, and I have nothing against them. Listen, like,
but you see,
it's so hard for me to talk about.
That's why it don't work, because of that limiting belief. Like, God's not going to fix it. I'm just fucked.
But it's even belief, dude. Like, I think that's where it goes beyond, where it's kind of like, yes, someone can fully believe in God and fully believe in I need to be fixed, but it's just not there. And this is where it's touchy. I get it. This is where, like, I don't like to talk about it because I'm kind of talking myself into a corner, because you go into minor, whatever that group likes to call it, minor attracted person or whatever.
No, they're PDFs, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for me,
100%.
I will never call them that. And now they're trying to make that a mental disability.
I know, and that's where it's so hard for me to talk about, right? Because I'm saying this about people that are gay or homos. I'm trying to use the right word here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say that about them, but then you have these other people that are jumping into that side saying, well, I can't help it. Well, it doesn't matter if you can help it, man. You can help it because it's wrong. And I get where that falls into the religious aspect of being gay, because it's wrong. But that's because a book says it. and that's where I know we're not going to get into it, where a book says it that gay is wrong. I don't think a book needs to tell you that raping a child is wrong.
Let me stop you there for a second.
I know. I just wanted to finish the sentence. I know
only because you brought it to the book. I'm just gonna clear something up about that, because it's not just that the book says that it's wrong, because specifically it doesn't. It hints at it and implies that it's wrong.
I didn't know that.
But it doesn't specifically say it.
Oh,
in that way. Right. It may do enough. Like there's phrases that you can look at and you can be like, all right, look, here it says not to say that, but it's not like it's explicitly said. However, from my own research of looking at shit, going back as far back as I can go, every civilization that had groups of people fucking around with that kind of shit were all into demon worship in their eyes. They were all following something that was so far away from how. Because some of those civilizations' beliefs still exist today, and we're following them.
Well, but I mean, they failed, so they as in like failed. No, I'm saying like the Romans. They started to get into weird.
The Romans.
But I'm agreeing with you, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay, go
on. Like I'm saying, like the Romans, like not. I mean, shortly on the grand scale of things, after they really got sick into bread and circuses and fucking boys and all this weird shit, sorry for the language, they fell apart. And it seems that America is and I'm saying America specifically, I think a lot of Europe too is following down that path. We're getting perverted. We're getting and maybe arguably to your guys' side, we're getting away from God, and we're it seems like we're destined for failure. And I also wanted to touch on Shelley, is that yes, it's like that's my biggest belief is do you, man, do you, except for touching kids like that I'm fully believe in justice, like you should die. Do you?
Well, it says man it might say man, but by man they don't necessarily mean the gender man. There's times where man's used to speak of humans.
A person, but Shelley said it's shoving it down people's faces. I should have read it. That pisses people off. That's the thing. Like,
I was just responding to her last one.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But I was talking to a different one where she says it's the shoving down people's. And we see it in media. We see it in movies. Like you almost can't get through a show or a movie nowadays that doesn't have homosexuality in it. I'm watching what I find.
And also, it goes back to, it's not just that issue. It also just goes to everything's hyper-sexualized nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, it's too, dude. Like, how the
kids
fuck
aren't
is
kids.
porn legal?
I mean, I get that too, and I also get being a 20-year-old male, where
I get it, dude. I get it.
I wasn't as strong. I wasn't as strong as you, but I know. I get it.
No. I wasn't either. And that's what I'm saying is, every male has struggled with that or is struggling with that. Like,
and it's ruined their perception.
Yes.
Like, let's be honest, fellas that are in here.
Who owns the porn companies?
Well, that too. But let's be honest, like, and I mean, probably most women. I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot, Shelley, but most women have seen it just out of seeing it just to see it, right? But like, we get with women we love. We get with, and they don't want most of that shit, right? Like. It's like what you want? No. And so you get these young kids, and now it's introduced to kids younger because of internet, right? It's introduced to kids at
that's the issue.
12 13 years old, and they think a girl wants to be choked by whatever, or wants it whatever. We don't need to get into specifics, but most women don't. Some do, and good for them. Like I'll eat ass with the best of them, but
there's a guy running for governor in Florida, His name's Fishback, and I like it a lot. He's proposed something called a sin tax. And what it is all these OnlyFans, all these porn companies, stuff like that, they're going to have to pay 50% of their revenue in taxes. I like that shit a lot because it's too fucking easy, dude. How is it legal? I just don't get it, man.
Well, that's
and we're the first. Here's the problem. Sorry, not to cut you off again, but it's a new problem. Our generation, me and you, we are the first ones who had to deal with it. It's and Queck. Sorry, I know, but like we're the first ones who had to deal with it. Now it's rampant. Everybody's affected by it. Everybody's addicted to it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you're here, Kay. I appreciate a female here.
To me, that just proves my point.
What's your point?
That it's done just through society. Because you're going to look at other times, it wasn't this bad. And now it's more in your face and it's in schools and it's pushed on everyone more. Now all of a sudden it's everywhere. And it goes into...
Okay, Steve, I'm going to fight you there 100% on that. It's someone's business, right? It's someone's business that has, over the past 20 years, specifically almost targeted children. Like, and I like, listen, it's so hard to get in, right? Like it's, hey, pause.
Let me hit on it.
Yeah. You take over here. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, Steve. I don't want the government involved in any shit more than they should be. But my issue is like, what else do they ban? You know, look at all the other shit they're intervened in. But yet, it's so easy for people to have access to pornography, and there's no benefit to it. There's none. There's no benefit to this shit. It gives you a fake representation of what sex is like, and then it just gets worse. It gets you down these rabbit holes like of unhealthy shit,
and then you can't get a hard on.
Develops more and more
because a woman isn't bent over backwards, fucking doing crazy shit. It's just it's poisoning the mind of young kids. And let's be honest, like I was exposed to it. I forget how old I was. My cousin came over and was like, "Hey, back when not Flickster, I was gonna say Flickster, Napster and things, LimeWire was a thing," and they said, "Oh yeah, type this in and look at it." And it was like, "Oh my god, what?" But like and now it's so readily available, more so than when I was younger.
Yes.
And it is a hard topic to talk about. Like, it is people's,
and it's not taboo.
It's not. And like, we all enjoy it. Let's be honest. We can't say none of us. I mean, maybe there's outliers, but I'm not saying.
If I was to put a percent on it, I would say it's. Oh, I'm not. I'm talking about watching the videos. I'm saying if you were to talk about the addiction aspect of it, I would say it's 95% of men.
Oh no, I'm talking. So I'm specifically talking about sex. We all love it, but what it's doing, especially for men, right, is it's altering their view. Like, you learn a partner. And that's kind of a thing that keeps a lot of people connected to their partner, is that you know what they like. You know that specific little thing you do that they like, and they learn that about you. So that's kind of, I think, of a hard part about moving on, is because, especially for men, and we're not going to get into that, but you know, women are kind of have that same ideology, is that they expect a man to come in and know exactly what they want. Like, no, your men are pretty easy. Let's be honest. Like, you do whatever, we're going to be happy. Women can be, in my experience, I'm not saying, you know, I'm some stud, but are pretty particular and pretty, and women come in, and these dudes come in that aren't experienced, and they're just a chump, or they're just a whatever. And so they get shut off, and it goes back into dudes becoming gay. I don't know. It's tough. Yeah. It's so hard to talk on, like Shelly said.
Steve,
I agree it's hard on
I
women, but I think
agree
that's
there
more
needs to
recent.
be more Yeah, dude, I don't know. Steven said,
Ring that bell. I
it's
almost
on
made
us
it
as
an hour.
parents, which is
Yeah.
which is a good point. It is on the parents. It is on the parents. That's 100%. And it's a tough topic. You know, it's something you have to have a topic with your teenagers. I have teenagers and I've had the topic. But at the same time, like, it's so easy to get access to it. Like, it's everywhere. It's on X. Like, I mean, there's been times where, Mark Zuckerberg was called in front of Congress and they brought up the fact that it was on there, and like, not even legal shit. I'm talking about shit with kids and stuff. And like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy,
not for
bro.
government being involved in anything, and it's one of those things where it's so addictive and it's so harmful to couples, to just people. Like, why is it even fucking legal in the first place, you know?
Well, sorry, I'm talking so you don't move.
Well, I'm not, maybe it is Kay, but I'm not. Kay said it's hard on both sides.
No, it is.
I'm not a woman. I can't speak about it. It's something that I always just assumed was, a male predominant thing.
And we're speaking from the man side. I think that is important. We're speaking from the man side. We don't
I'm
know
not gonna
the
lie.
woman's side.
I'm gonna say one thing, yeah. If it wasn't hard for us, there wouldn't have been that woman who changed gender and tried to become a man to see what it was like, and thought that she would have a better life, realized what she was going through, realized she weren't built to handle what men go through, and unalived herself.
I know what you're speaking of. I wouldn't necessarily wholeheartedly agree with that. But even going back is that I said I wouldn't necessarily wholeheartedly agree if it wasn't for men. Women wouldn't try to become men. I mean, I thought that's what you said.
No, there's a woman who thought that women that she had it hard, and she changed when she realized
she killed herself.
Yeah.
But also, sorry, going back to is that, it is on the parents, but it is also, you have all these people who are making money off of, like you said, X and Instagram, and I on Instagram, I watch alien shit, outdoorsman shit, fishing, cars, and still on my feed comes across that trend that women are doing nowadays, that you see through dresses.
Yep.
And you can see, everything they're working with, because they stand in front of a door with their legs open, and it's just like, which means a kid on Instagram can see the same thing, which means, my kids are not on Instagram. They're not on any of that, but how many kids are? How many kids are social influencers? Like,
dude, and that's my biggest thing. Like, I get it. Nobody wants more government more than me, but like, at the same time, it's just fucking crazy that we allow this shit to just be out there for people to view. Again, there's no fucking net benefit to it. There's people, exactly, and who fucking runs it. And you know what they're trying to do now? I'm gonna bring this. You can look into it. There are people now who are using. Let me be careful how I say this, but they're making AI versions of this stuff with children, and it's being justified as it keeps PDF files from acting on their impulses. Fuck that. You should still go to fucking prison. That shit's disgusting.
I 100% agree, and we did get sidetracked, but I think it's a good thing, because it is a problem. Right?
Yeah.
And that, and it goes back to what I was saying, like, book or no book, children, like my thing, children and elderly and women. Let's be honest, like, you don't fuck with them. Like, any man who has a woman in their life, who has kids in their life, if you touch their woman, you touch their kids or their elderly, their parents, for the most part, unless they had a horrible, which happens, bad parents or whatever. If you touch those three things, Like that's kill mode. Like that's I would kill you. I would kill you.
Yes.
In a horrible,
Yes.
horrible way.
100%.
Like, yes.
There's nothing that scares me more than something happening to my kids. Like that is you. Oh, what's your number one fear? You want the real answer? It's something happening to my kids. Like that's it. That's the number one. Like
that's something I struggle with.
I would
like,
if some dude. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, like I struggle with anxiety, and one of the things that keeps me up at night is just because my brain thinks about something happening like randomly, and I fucking hate it. I'm trying to go to bed, and I think about a car crash, or I think about something. And I'm like, oh, and it keeps me awake, and it's just like, what are you doing? I'm trying, and I'm good at centering myself in meditation, but that came into my head already. So like I'm and then it pops back in. I'm like, bro, stop.
I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. I'll think about shit, or I'll think about the shit I did as a kid, and I'm like, fuck, man. I gotta. Even going back to the previous topic we were talking about, I'm not fucking immune from it, but you got to bring that up with your kids. You're like, look, dude, this shit's not fucking healthy, And I get it. As a young man, you have one fucking goal in your mind, and we all know what that goal is. One fucking goal. And my son's at that age where he just wants a girlfriend, dude. And I'm just like, leave these women alone. It's not gonna last.
Women
it's not
are the
healthy.
worst.
It's not
man.
gonna help you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No, and that was kind of our thing in the beginning, Kay, is that it is the mentally thing that is fucking up young men, is their ability to access this stuff. Because then I think about a young man, nowadays, 15, 14, their first time with a woman when they've been watching porn their whole time, thinks, a woman wants all this crazy shit. And she's just like, what? Oh, and, allegations get brought up, ruin their life, all this other shit happens. And I think that's part of it. You see these NFL dudes, not just NFL, that's just been in the news, so that's why I'm going to say it, get these allegations brought against them. They were young kids in a testosterone heavy environment that probably had dudes, hey, watch this, hey, look at this, hey, look at this broad, oh, look at this broad, suck my dick, whatever. So the first time or one of the times they were with a woman they thought was comfortable, they were comfortable with, they tried some shit, and the woman was like, whoa, no, and called the cops.
Yep.
I mean, you guys can weigh in on that, but I think that is a very plausible thing.
And Kay brings up a good point, talking about her daughter not wanting to eat much anymore. It changes it changes young men's perception of what beauty is for women. All of a sudden, everybody needs these fucking giant fake asses and fake tits. But then and all this shit. About, like that's not what it is.
You're taking it from the man's side, and even from the woman's side, it's just as much. Like these girls see this thing,
right?
And I hate it. And it's a UK artist, and I really like him, but it's it's Ren and his song Dominoes. I suggest listening to it. It is so fucking good. I know.
Is it UK rap?
He is a rapper, but he started. He's like.
No thanks.
Okay, no. Get outside. This is what I'm saying is get outside of the rap shit. He is an incredibly talented musician and an artist. Like when you see his videos and stuff, they're like one take videos, like incredibly talented dude. Go outside of the rap and listen to him sing and watch him play guitar.
All right, we'll listen to it after this. I'll take your word.
But Dominoes is powerful. It's powerful because it's like I don't have girls, but look at me, I'm getting chills. Like I hate what has happened to men, to women, but like to women. It's crazy. It's crazy because women think, with Vogue, with all this bullshit, They need to be this way. And let's be honest, a lot of men don't want a toothpick girl. We don't want that. Like, no, a cat back. Like, we like. It's not realistic. But the big pharma cosmetics, two of the biggest industries in the world, pushes this shit because it makes them money. I'm sorry. I'm about making us better as humans, and it makes me upset. Oh, Violet is so good. His whole storyline, Violet, what's the other one? The guy's side of it. His shit's good. But oh yeah, fuck you too. But no, I really like him, and I'm a huge music nerd. Jay hates me for it because I'm sure sometimes Quex does. Quex knows music very well too, but there's some things I know that's not in his wheelhouse, and I'm like, oh, listen to this. But he's at least enough to say, okay, yeah, you're still enough to say, okay, that's impressive. It's not my wheelhouse, but it's impressive what this woman or man just did. Jay will say I fucking suck.
I think when I started listening to shit just that I liked, I started to learn to appreciate people's talents more, even if I didn't like it.
That's why, again, sidetrack, but it goes into human creativity, music, art, movies, books. AI, get the fuck out. There should be some heavy penalties, jail time or whatever. Like, if you take creativity away from us as humans, I feel like, I love Ren.
Become NPCs.
Yeah, it's just we be like, I think art is so sacred. I love art. I love it. That's all I can say. Every art.
Speaking of,
oh yeah, High Ren is fucking crazy song. That shit still almost makes me like get upset. It does make me get upset. I won't cry, but like I'm like, oh fuck.
Good. Now Jay's back as well. I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Sorry.
Speaking of losing creativity and NPCs, do you think there's always been people that don't have internal monologue, or do you think that's a modern thing that started happening?
I think that's modern. That goes back to my vegetable body thing.
I don't think that's normal.
You don't think internal monologue is normal?
No, I don't think not having internal monologue is normal. Because then it's like you're just acting on instinct and like an animal on impulse. There's no thought behind anything.
Exactly. I think that's that vegetable body thing I talk about. And yes, Shelly, it's the same for me. Music is one of my things, depending on my mood, depending on, I'll cry, like I'll get teary-eyed to music. I'm not afraid. I'm a man. I'm a man, god damn it. But like music, movies, like art will make me fucking cry. Like I will fucking cry. And depending on my mindset, music will get me like, and if you stick around long enough, I'm sure I'll get emotional on this podcast. It's just I'm comfortable with doing it. I know I'm a man. Like
no way.
What?
Said you're a man. I was like, no way.
I mean, that's questionable at times. Like when Jordan wears a Speedo in front of me.
God damn.
That's correct.
He's
the only one
too. Jay's been looking good.
I've been getting
fat, dude. You're way better than when I knew you in the service.
I've been putting weight back on.
You've been putting weight back on, but you're still.
I'm working on it. I found out I got my tag to go hunting in Colorado. I found out today I did get the tag, so I got to get in shape.
Listen, if I'm able to, I'll just go out there to support you. Yes, Creed. Yeah. Jelly Roll too. Jelly Roll.
Music doesn't get me as much as it.
I know it doesn't.
Music doesn't get me as much as it used to. I'm not gonna lie. But
I don't listen to new shit
fuck,
for the most part.
I don't listen to new shit at all either. I'm gonna
I
be
listen to
honest. I listen to a
everything.
bunch of crunk. I love crunk. That's my shit.
Fuck you, Jay.
No more.
3-6
Jelly
Mafia.
Rolls.
I'm not even lying,
No.
dude.
3-6 Mafia is fucking dope. It's so good. But Jelly Roll's new shit when he's kind of dived in, and even some of his old raps, but he's good. He can sing. He's a talent. He's a good dude. But yeah.
I like Jelly Roll. I do. I'm also not a big music fan though. Like I've never been to a concert. I don't think I'll ever go. Huge crowds like fucking cause me so much anxiety.
Yeah. Nowadays, yes. Ska. I do love ska too. Fuck. Why am I drawing a mind blank? The General. Fuck, sorry. Anyways, thanks for tuning back in, or commenting again, Mark. I do like ska too. Yeah.
Also, there's no good rock bands anymore. Like all rock fucking sucks.
Well, that
like
goes
the only
into
ones
the
I can think of
conspiracy
is Falling
side
in
of it.
Reverse.
He's talented. Rodney Racky is extremely talented. Extremely. Like his cover of Cut My Life into Pieces. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. And his videos are incredible. But it goes into a lot of people are bringing, it's a conspiracy again, which kind of brings us back, is the white rock scene, like Limp Bizkit and all that shit that was starting, and they saw how powerful that movement was, and then we switched to rap. All of a sudden, bam, it was cut off. We lost all that shit, and we went to it, and
we lost Korn.
Teddy Swims, yeah. Oh, Korn, fucking forget. I love, dude.
Korn was the shit, dude.
I'm a music nerd, dude. I love diagnosing it and mouth singers and throat singers, and I know I lose you there, but
I don't get that into it. But dude, kids today don't know
you're
how
seeing
good they
System
got
of a Down. I'm so fucking jealous. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No, you're good. Kids today don't know how good they got it, dude. Like we had when I first started really trying to listen to music, on the bus ride to school, I had a CD player. And then you had an MP3 player, but you could only fit like 25 songs on it. And you had to ruin your family computer to get them.
Yep.
Put them fucking CD players in your
Shelly got to see Korn too.
Going all the way around.
I'm officially jealous of Shelly and hate her. Oh, I'm not saying new Korn. I mean, but still Korn. Like, and their singer is a paranormal guy, so he's A-okay on my books. But I don't know. I think we should. We're getting close to that time, and I think it's good. I mean, I know you're not a music guy, but like I could, and we can't because of copyright. I could sit here and watch music with you guys. Hold on, Mark.
Yeah, I just.
Sorry, I was laughing at, but yeah, to me that's one of the ultimate expressions, and it's age old. I think singing is older than art, like paintings, and singing is, and it goes back to, sorry, he said shaman, so it brings like shamanistic shit. Like it goes as, and I just don't see how people can't, when they hear, and for me and Quex have talked about it, a good female singer will always beat a good male singer. They are so much more versatile, so much more, like when you hear, even when you go into screamo, like fucking what's her name? I forget her name, but the chick from Evanescence, like it's just absolutely not, as women are better than men. Chester was good. Chester Benningfield was very, very good. But maybe that's a
Lee?
male. Maybe Amy Lee. Yeah, Amy Lee. And then there's some other new ones that I know Amy Lee isn't. I'm relating it because she did a song recently.
What the fuck are you on?
I wish I could share music videos without getting copywritten, but it was Amy Lee. It's not. Is it Gin? No, it's not Ginger. I forget, but she did it with 2 other female artists, and it's good. I'm not saying Amy Lee is screamo. I'm just saying she's in the rock genre and way better than a male voice. But I guess that's man and female opposition in view.
Possibly.
Okay. I'm glad you know the song. Yeah. If you've heard it, you know what I'm talking about. It's Amy Lee and 2 other girls, and it's too short. I hate short songs nowadays. Short content is just destroying everything. But yeah, sorry. I don't mean to. I'm passionate about music, and I love music. And hey, Shelly, I don't know if I'm pretty sure Discord's in here, but it's something we can do in Discord, and we can talk about off air and watch music and appreciate it. Jay doesn't like the arts. He's kind of smooth brained, so he doesn't really know how to understand.
That's not true. I'm an artist. Thank you very much. I love books.
He is, and he's
like
very
painting.
talented. I keep trying to get him to paint things for me, but he won't do it because he hates me.
You don't send them. You don't send them. That's the problem. Turn this round on me.
I need to fire that thing up again and send you some. Oh wait, I got one. I got Killa here for you to paint. But yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. That'd take me forever. But all right, I think that's probably a good spot to end it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for hopping in the Discord. If you see anything you want us to talk about, drop it in there.
Also, if you just want to talk,
or if not, we're just going to talk about whatever.
Sorry, I mean it's the delay. You start talking, and if you just want to chat, sometimes me, Kay, and Quex are on a lot. Jay has an addiction, so he isn't always on, but I'm down to listen to music and talk. So
I'm also very introverted. I apologize. I don't like talking to people I don't really know. I get super fucking awkward. So,
but as always, we appreciate.
But thank you guys to everybody for watching. We appreciate it. We will be back here Friday, same time, 7:30 p.m. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time. Talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
Later.